as a powerful team. Abindo on the Reaper. Cinder, of course, on the Deadeye. Frey and Spellbreaker. Draza on Spellbreaker number 2. We absolutely love to see that. And then Misha on support Chrono there as well. Where's Boyce? I believe Boyce is actually not in this version of 55. I believe Boyce is basically the cheerleader, the coach, okay, the mascot, right? Like all of those in one, you know. And here on the red team, we have Slugai, Lisa, K-Tranda, Phil, and Heat. Wow. Incredible. Yeah, Boyce is retired. Yeah, Boyce is cheergy. That's right. He's like there, just like cheering on the team. It's going to be big. All right. Let's see what we got going on here then. Boyce goes will sub in. No, yeah, he'll probably be their sub for Master of the Arena, yeah. I would imagine so. Alrighty then, guys. Let's see what we got. Let's see, this could be an interesting game, I think. We have Lisa playing this. I believe this is the Condi Herald. Yeah, this is the Condi Herald build that we saw being played by Azaz there. We have the Necromancer as well, the Reaper, Daredevil, and the Spellbreaker. Now, Spellbreaker is pretty good right now, and not a surprise to see 55 push 3 nodes. I think this is going to be something we're going to be seeing a lot of the time, especially because of the double Spellbreaker in this setup. Like, having 2 warriors that are going to be able to contest these nodes really effectively, I would expect basically every team that is getting towards the high end here will be actually doing a 3-node play, right? Like, pushing immediately with at least 1 player to the other side of the map, which we see right now. 55 already taking a pretty advantageous map position, like their opening split's definitely working out a little bit better. They've obviously planned a lot of this out. And we are seeing the spear on the support mesa, by the way, that Misha is playing. That's not actually a surprise, because I think there was a bit of experimentation when it got released. People weren't totally sure about it, but people really played it a lot during push and also during the 2v2 and 3v3. And it turns out that even when you're running the Avatar Amulet, this weapon actually really brings a lot of damage to the table. It's very, very high DPS, actually, as it turns out. Even Relic of Rivers, actually. This is a very powerful relic, obviously, like on basically every build. Has some nice synergy with Chrono, too, right? Because, of course, it gives you that mega recharge speed. And, of course, you even get a little bit more damage while you have Alacrity after dodging there. So, pretty nifty. But we do actually see a couple of kills being secured onto 55 here. But the problem is for Red Team is they are not really converting that into anything valuable. In fact, it's entirely the opposite. They have not really been able to get any kind of node control whatsoever. Lisa trying to push across the map there gets a lot of damage coming through from the warrior. Actually, support Chrono will be able to portal the warrior away, but the blue team successfully defends over here. They do actually end up losing their Deadeye, which is certainly not ideal, but I think the map is going to start to stabilize a little bit. We have Abindo and Misha. Maybe looking to deal with the Necros. Look at the damage, guys. Look at the damage on that support Chrono. It's actually a little bit wild. They do need to actually make sure this Necromancer gets finished, but yeah, the blue Reaper is here to cleave that out, no problem. Finishing that kill off. And now pushing back in. Second warrior here, Draza. Is going to be pushing this 1v1 into Lisa. Yeah, Spellbreaker will, I think, pretty much eat this Herald alive. Support Mesmer from Red Team has moved in. 55 doing a good job controlling this match so far. Heat being pushed away. Abindo will now be rotating out. I think we could be seeing, you know, Frey potentially hanging around here. They're going to be chasing down this warrior. Wants to try and put a little bit of pressure on, following the warrior over to the other side, denying the decap. Meanwhile, the team fight kind of rages on here as well over on middle. And we need to wait for Abindo to rotate in before this fight actually starts properly. Here it goes. Here's the big CC. And yeah, we just have the focus off and actually as well for Abindo. I think is he playing? Yeah, he's playing Carrion Amulet there with the Intelligence Sigil to get that guaranteed crit on Spinal Shivers. Really big power spike that can kind of happen there using that Carrion Amulet, because of course Carrion having power pretty big here. Now, Draza needs to be a little bit careful. The team fight, certainly not one for them just yet. Support needs to come through. He's playing very aggressively. Feels confident to get that heal scoff and then start pressuring the Necromancer. Is able to do that. The Condi Herald in these team fights is a little bit scary. I think the amount of AoE is almost like having like a double Necro. So you have to watch out for that a fair bit. But blue team able to kind of persevere, get the job done.
Salve, salve daí, Suki, meu querido. Bom dia.
And blue team 55 are going for a pretty damn robust start to their tournament.
Hoje é dia de react, estamos sem ranqueada, né? E aí eu não gosto de jogar normal game, não.
And those rotations as well. Heat is almost certainly going to find themselves in a very rough spot there. 1v3 very shortly while Abindo moves over to kind of bully the support Chrono Monster a little bit. Support Chrono, not much of a 1v1er, you know, maybe a little bit better than it used to be, actually, with the ability of the spear to do some DPS, but already getting pressured while the team is coming off respawn here. And as you can see, red team having a lot of difficulty here. 200 points down in this game, unfortunately for them. And yeah, 55 looking very strong. Let's go take a look at another game. This is not really going anywhere. Wow, the Az's game was a 500-0, not super surprising. Let's see if we actually have any close games that we can have a little bit of a look at. This one actually might be interesting. Might be a bit more of a, you know, okay, we have to make a decision, guys. We have to make a decision. We're making the call. I'm going to go again to this game. Let's go. It's time. Okay, so we have the red team with 370 points and blue team make their recovery here. So we have a Willbender, a Core Guardian, Reaper, Core Warrior, and Spellbreaker. And blue team are going to have to make this happen very, very quickly, or they're going to find themselves in an unwinnable position in this match. They're doing pretty well on middle. They're outnumbering 3-2. That means they've got to be a little bit careful there on the other side. They've got to get these kills very quickly. Can they do it? There we go. They get it. They are triple capped right now. So they must gain momentum very, very quickly. They're going to find the second kill, I believe. There we go. Bunker over here. Not really playing a Bunkerville, but you know, they're kind of pretending, right? They're pretending to be playing a Bunkerville. You know, that's it's a thought that counts. And blue team actually winning this fight as well, by the way. They're doing a good job on this.
Tá aproveitando da Relic of Scarring.
Putting in the work there, keeping this Necromancer alive. They should be able to get that kill soon, especially with their allies rotating in as well. Now, all they've got to do is actually go for a decap on the temple, and they can get back into this pretty well. If this Necro can get a kill quickly on the Willbender, they're going to be extremely happy about that. Should be able to. Has the elite shout? Are they going to go for it? No, they're just going to go for more damage by the looks of it. Oh, they really want to kill this Willbender, They really want to kill this Willbender. Not quite able to do so.
É o que usando o Sword,
and now blue, they do have a
Sword na
problem
main,
here. They have to push
Dagger
this
na
node.
off.
How are they going to make that happen? Oh, I like this. The Warrior being very sneaky, going around the back.
Todo mundo cai fora pra matar alguém isolado.
Red team was smart here. They were looking for it. They were waiting for it. They had the awareness. And that's not good enough. Blue needs to respond to it. They need at least another player. It's got to be a DPS. I kind of want to see this Willbender getting in it. Looks like he wants to go for the buff. I think that's not a bad play, actually. But I feel like the Warrior needs to stay installed so he can get this buff and then push into that fight. Like, I think blue team's got to be more aggressive here. They need to be a little bit more aggressive. They have to push this decap. I think the Willbender knows it. Should be, yeah, he's going to go now. I do like the top lock there. That's going to give them a huge amount of points, but they need to neutralize this node or they are going to lose this game. And the Warrior's already very, very pressured. But actually, the burst of the Willbender is absolutely insane! What? Oh my god, Dreamwalker finds two perfectly stacked red players, obliterates them. Oh, but the Core Warrior was holding down middle there. Oh, the Signet? The Signet's not going to land. I think it got interrupted. Yeah, it got power block into two. Here comes the renewed focus. The Core Warrior is going to make it to middle. It's 492 points. They've got to hold on. They are going to get a second cap in just a moment, but they cannot yield middle. They have to hold out. They need reinforcements. This Willbender, I think, has to come and rotate to help them. Unless blue team can somehow make a bit of a miracle hold. They're going to need some help. But actually, maybe it's okay. The Spellbreaker should be able to bunker this pretty well with the Defiance stance. Both side nodes capture there. Oh, and red team actually lose the play. This kill is massive for blue. Goes for the stomp. Finds it. The Reaper getting that kill is huge. They've got to hold on. They don't want to accidentally give away this decap. 419 points.
Passou, caralho. Que comeback, guys.
Reverse caster curse.
Wow. GG demais. Caralho.
It's a very sick recovery. Some good decision making, I think, there by the blue team. To make a little recovery in that matchup, actually. Very nice.
Que virada bonita.
Big comeback there from the blue team. Very exciting.
Relic of Rivers, da região lá que no dodge. Tô ligado. Essa relic tá muito boa. Wild Survival da Protection e cura no dodge.
End of that first round. Oh, there's a really close game going on here, but it's probably kind of over, isn't it? Oh, hang on. We've got another comeback, but actually we kind of don't because they're all dead. Is there some kind of miracle that can happen here? Oh, it's like a DPS chrono, actually, I think. They've got to somehow hold on and maybe find a kill. They've got a double cap, but they need to decap this node, which is literally impossible, seeing as they're dead.
O importante é estar se divertindo, né? Se você tá se divertindo, isso que é importante. E pior que veio de frame é roubado no jogo, mano. Se você sabe usar bem assim, é bem roubado.
Warbird damage, I mean, Warbird damage is pretty high. It definitely is. It's a powerful build. That's the end of round 1. This is a 6-round tournament, of course. A lot of gamers entering in this one. Okay. Let's see, are there any big matches coming up here? Person of interest. That sounds like that will be a big team, you know. That will be a big game, potentially. Yeah. Floating. Sure. Well, change his account. But count.
Passar pouco pra frente, né?
Wait, oh dude, I didn't know this. Wait, what? Dude, what are these teams? Like, everyone is playing with like a random team. We have Demolish, Gold Scum.
Time do Draz ali no time vermelho. Draz, Michel, Bindo. Timão, hein? E provavelmente esse time de vermelho aí vai ser o da final.
We have Intrigue I Trust over here on the Ranger Untamed with the Spear. Unknown AI. And we have the Weaver here as well.
Genial, o Eastern é europeu esse daqui.
Yeah.
O NA, quem costuma gravar, ele tá jogando, mano, aí estraga a experiência, tá ligado? O El Kiba, que costumava fazer do NA, só que ele tá começando a jogar agora, participar, né? E aí, tipo assim, o POV de participante não é tão legal de ver quanto quem tá assim, fazendo só stream, tá ligado?
With defense, discipline, and spellbreak, kind of like the standard stuff.
Aí a gente tá meio que órfão disso daí pro NA, mano. Não tem nenhum que tá fazendo o torneio inteiro, tá ligado? Spectate. Não sei quem é, já falei com ele. Não, ele é gente boa pra caramba.
Support not going to cut it there, I'm afraid. And red team looking to take a fairly commanding lead.
Já apareceu aqui na live já. Mas o time dele perdeu nas quartas de final. Aí ele deu o spectate na semifinal e na final. Aí eu vou fazer react também disso daí do NA. Pelo menos da semifinal e final, né? A real é que a gente precisava de um brasileiro que fosse ArenaNet Partner, tá ligado? Porque daí é só os parceiros da ArenaNet que tem acesso a dar spectate assim no torneio. Se a gente tivesse um BR que fizesse isso daí, mano, que transmitisse, né? Pô, ia ajudar muito a comunidade e ainda ia ser maneiro de acompanhar. O foda é que a ArenaNet não dá, mano. Não dá pra nenhum BR. Tem uns BR aí que é grande de número hoje em dia, né? O Manigold. É, o Benecão. E mesmo assim a ArenaNet não dá partner pros caras. Eu já vi gringo com bem menos viewer que, por exemplo, o Manigold e tendo partner. E os caras não dá só porque a BR é foda. As comps são bem diferentes no torneio, né? É diferente do que da ranqueada. Tem muita coisa que muda, né? Dá outras prioridades. Fazer percussão pra você, mano, não adianta. Eles não dão pra BR, mano. A ArenaNet é foda.
Full DPS Spellbreaker, I think. Oh, full DPS Berserker, rather, actually, here. Relic of the Warrior, Infiltration Berserker Amulet. And we have another full DPS Berserker, I think, over here, too. And then finally, we have a Spellbreaker that's also DPS with a hammer. Some pretty wild builds here. This is the God comp, guys. I mean, I think it will be pretty... This would be pretty cool.
Nossa, os caras meteu 5 Warrior no mesmo time, olha lá. 3 Spellbreaker e 2 Berserker.
Especially keeping these Berserkers alive will be really useful for them there. But they actually have to get a couple of kills, and red team actually not able to get the res on this Willbender, I think. Surely not, right? No way. The Scourge is going for it. Actually gets it. Like, that was pretty big. And I think, wait, is this blood magic? Yeah, it is blood magic. That was paying off. But red team were able to get the bell during all of that as well, actually. So... pretty big deal to actually snag that bell for free. They do lose one of their players. I think, you know, Berserker is one of those builds I think people don't encounter very often. You really have to respect it. You know, it is a bit of a meme build, but if you tank Berserker's damage, you will get destroyed. Going for the Stomp here is not going to be able to land it, of course, because of that CC, but is that going to be a rally? I don't think so. Oh, it actually does. Yeah, the Wilburner did manage to get a hit on that at some point, and it didn't run out of time, so was able to get that rally there. But red team needs to actually get some nodes. They've got a lot of kills. They've killed 3 from the blue team here. They've taken it all down, but now they're heavily outnumbered. They need
no europeu, os caras metem esses loucos assim, às vezes na comp, sabe? Igual esses 5 Warrior aí. É time de meme isso daí, mano. Não, os caras não vai longe, não.
Do not want to do this, especially not as a berserker. They're maybe going to go for a big one-shot. They're just going to go for it.
A comp do time vermelho tá bem mais fechadinha, ó. Tem Daredevil.
Red team was not ready for that.
É mais pra esse mapa.
The Scourge trying to hold on here as well, spamming every button there as well. The barrier is actually
Nesse
pretty
mapa
good.
a comp faz muita diferença.
Red team just kind of go in and feed. Yeah, like they needed to go for a regroup there, I think, and they did not do that. Wait, this guy's going for a vengeance res, and he actually gets it. What am I watching? What is going on in this game? They are, of course, going to die in a couple of moments, and I think the revived warrior is not going to be in a super good spot either. Heavily outnumbered, of course, by the red team, and they are now led out there a little bit. The bell is coming up in a minute as well. They've got to be careful. Blue, they just keep running back in. They're fighting on this map as a 2v5, as a 3v5, very consistently. They are going to have some respawns coming through soon. It's a 4v5 now, but red team just looking to go for a kill. People are getting completely caught off guard by the berserker, but the damage from the red team is actually enough there to actually secure that kill. The support from the Scourge kind of, well, not really doing anything now because they're not there, but like having a little bit of support from that Necromancer was certainly helping them in some of those fights. And blue just feed. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, blue is just feeding. I don't really understand what's going on. They keep running in and dying instantly. I'm not really sure what the plan is here. I don't think there is a plan, unfortunately.
Os caras meteram o louco, olha lá, build, ó. Tem Warrior de Axe não ferrende, mano.
Blasting away there, insane DPS. Scourge in a little bit of trouble.
Daria até pra eles fazerem uma graça se fosse 5 Warrior de Spear, né? Aí, de Spear Staff, tá ligado? Aí ia ficar um negócio meio doente, assim, mas... Ali eles só trollaram mesmo.
But at the end of the day, I think red team has kind of got this one in the bag at this point. A very chaotic, very explosive game, that's for sure. But I think red team have now kind of got this one in the bag. Apparently we have a close match. Someone has scouted a close match for me. Okay, let's go take a look. Let's see what we got. Which one is it? The Not a Melon game? Let's go have a look. All right. Oh, yeah, we absolutely do. On the red team, it's going to be Zintrex, it's Calamist, Azadome, Not a Melon, and Hanyu here as well, up against Fly. Oh, this is a pretty good team, actually, yeah. Cole Summers, one of the most powerful fishing players in the world.
Esse time de vermelho aí também é bom, Azadome, Zintrex, galerinha boa, Mightyteapot.
Ashen Lord Asol here, role-playing on the Reaper, love to see that. Need to res their support, though, can they get that? Well, it's not going to happen, actually, is it? They're going to have to disengage this fight. Red team landing an absolutely crushing blow, taking the Willbender down.
Time de azul tem o Sword Flame Master, Gornit, Momaya, também é bom pra caralho esse time de azul, mano.
Red team full wiping there. And this is going to be during the bell. Ooh, that is catastrophic for the red team, actually, here. That is really not good. That is not good at all. Bell coming through now. Blue team scrambling to respawn. They're going to have to concede that bell. Did red team get the first one? They didn't, so it's only 25 points. That's not a game breaker, but they are still actually losing this player. Elderwood Bard Cole, also a powerful role player. 15 seconds on the respawn. Oh, this Chrono's got to be careful. Goes in, gets blasted there by the red team. And now we're just going to have to see if Blue team can make a recovery here. It's definitely doable, but they've got about a minute to do it before that triple cap essentially locks them out of this game. It's going to be very, very soon. So they've got to make a very big recovery now. They've got to start making plays. And to be honest, they've got to get a couple of people across the map, I think. They need to be neutralizing. They're going to go for the kills. They do find it there. The SD, oh, this is like the full bound, like mega DPS thief, actually, being played by Fly. He is now going to go for the decap, though. I like that a lot. And we have Cole decapping that too. They've got to finish that kill. They finished the Virtuoso. Now Blue team need to take this fight here on middle. We have the Andrew Tate Catalyst in a little bit of trouble. Being eliminated here. Tries to jump up. He's running away from the police guys, evading the authorities. Some good role play here from the Red Catalyst. He's able to do it, but how long is that going to last? Only time will tell. Wilbender pushes in, he's got to be careful. Has no renewed focus.
Doideiro, cara de catalyst de coisa, mano, de cetro.
But actually, it's kind of very dry, and I think the red
uma
team
coisa que eu
can
não achei
smell
que
that.
eu fosse
Yeah, the
ver
red
no
team have
torneio, não,
identified that. They want to get that Wilbender. That's where a lot of the damage is from. It's not going to be enough. And that's the kill. There's no revive here. Druid was pushed over to far to get this cap, but it's very, very difficult now. Blue team's going to have to disengage, but they really don't want to concede that node. Maybe Cole can get a really sneaky decap. That could be really big here, but now blue team has got to hold off. And there's no blink on this Chrono. That is just so bad. I don't see this Chronomancer getting out of here alive, to be honest. Goes for the heal. Actually gets it just barely. Really good movement there from the blue Chrono. Bell coming up. Oh, Cole did get that. Is actually a disgusting decap. That keeps blue in this game.
O time azul ainda tem chance de
now the
virar,
Thief
hein?
has to be matched. I think we have to see
Tá difícil,
Fly
mas
try and
dá.
match that, or someone has to match that Thief. And they are moving over. Yeah, the Wilbender pushing alongside Fly. They find a kill. Has to contest. Fly knows it. He's going to go for it, I think. Or maybe the Wilbender is. Yeah, looks like the Wilbender. Oh, they don't get it, though. That's painful, actually. That's very painful. Because the Catalyst is here, and also the support Chrono. Maybe they can nuke this support Chrono. They have some serious burst damage, but oh, the Wilbender, so unbelievably squishy as well. Support from the Chronomancer is going to be very, very good, but Azadone blasting away there with the Axe. Had the Axe Daredevil as well, actually. A bit of a popular build in play here. It's such a weird build. Like, you wouldn't think these tiny axes can one-shot you, but believe me, they absolutely can. Blue's got to win this fight. Azam goes in, actually gets cleaved immediately by all of the Wilbender damage. Oh, Blue, they're really close to being able to hold this and stabilize this game. Cola's 1v1ing on middle. That's good. If Blue wins this team fight into the Bell, they can recover this game. But it really is razor edge right now. They're playing defensively, going for the Bell, looking to go for the cap on middle. Cole actually winning his 1v1, should be able to pick up this kill with the assistance there of the Thief, but the Thief almost actually runs in and dies. Fly has to be super careful there. He's able to get out. On the other side of the map, we have this big team fight, but Red, blue team can't let them get this cap, I think. The kill is secured, and Red may be greeting for that node, getting punished now. And they contest. This is Blue are absolutely popping off. They are playing out of their minds right now, guys. This was really, really big. They're playing insane right now. They've got to hold on. Yeah, Cole finds the kill, I believe.
Se o time azul conseguir trabalhar bem esse bleed nos Intracts ali, eles talvez consigam virar esse jogo mesmo, hein?
With dagger,
3 node agora.
Very nice. Now Blue
Com bleed muito bom ali. Os Intracts vai demorar mais pelo menos uns 20 segundos pra voltar pro match.
There it is. Pops the Obsidian Flesh. He's able to escape. Thief 1v1 is very relevant. Cole's moving in to help out, but had to leave middle because of that. And there's the decap. Oh, this is painful. Blue team, they've got to keep up this rotation here. I do like the decision. Just let these Thieves 1v1. Cole can resecure middle here. I think he has to greed for the node, and that means that Blue has to play safe. Because they are going to be outnumbered without their Druid temporarily. They're feeling that they've got some decent momentum, though, by the looks of this. They're pumping. They want the Chrono. Or the Virtuoso, rather. No Distort available. Has the Blade Renewal, though, of course. But can't get it in time. The Wilbender gets the hunt alongside Gornet. There's the kill. Or can Cole make it? I think Cole has to go for this. He's going to go for it. Does he have the movement? He doesn't have the movement.
Não vai conseguir.
Oh, they have to force the decap here. Can Cole do that? They have the Wilbender. They should be able to. They have an outnumber on the map, so they can afford to force this 1v2 for a while. Azadone in trouble. If Fly finds this 1v1, the game's won. That's huge. Fly actually does find the 1v1. They call him the Rotator, and now they call him the Duelist as well. Able to kill the Deadeye. 5 points in the pocket. Gets the double cap as well for the blue team. They've got to... Do they have to force this decap? They actually don't. They win on 2, especially if they get a kill. They can't concede middle, though. Oh, and they actually don't. Oh, they do, but they do get a kill. But now they've got to deal with Zintrax. Oh, no. Conceding that node was brutal. Now they have to force this. The Mesmer going for the res too. Can Gornet clear this? He should have the poison to be able to do that. Oh, no. Conceding this node may have cost him the game. Zintrax, all he's got to do is die on node now, and this will win the game. Does he have Defiance? Does he just not? He has Rampage, though, and a full counter. Oh, no.
Não vou conseguir tirar o Spellbreaker do Node não, mano. Tá muito quebrado essa build, velho. Mesmo com o nerf no último patch notes, o Spear Staff Spellbreaker ainda tá muito roubado.
Doesn't matter at this point. Oh, blue team just made like a tiny mistake at the end. Such a tiny mistake. They just needed to not concede that node to their opponents. An incredible comeback from the blue team. but just at the last second, they needed to greed for that node. They had to hold it, or at least keep it neutral.
Foi jogão.
And unfortunately, they did give it away to their opponents. Zintrex brings the game home there with the bunker. Bunker's down, gets it done. Bunker God. Bunker God Warrior there. You hate to see that. You hate to see it. We have French on French Storm. Cheap dream. You bet. It's with a bloody. On the red team, Zealith, Krog, Raikon.
Jogão, hein? Jogão, pelo jeito. Time do Nézio. Nézio é muito bom também.
On the blue team, Az's ult account. Pain, Ellen Spectre, a.k.a. Kill. Goku, a.k.a. Win or Go Home. And a Spree.
Os franceses. Esse time azul aí são os franceses.
He's a dinosaur role player. He has tiny arms. Very large body and a giant head. Okay, so see how this
bom dia, mano. Baixei o jogo agora pra ver como é. Salve, salve, bom dia. Ayatori, muito obrigado pelo follow, meu querido. Mano, atualmente, agora a gente tá fazendo um react aí do torneio PvP do jogo, que aconteceu nesse sábado, acredito eu. Não sei se foi sábado ou se foi domingo, mas foi esse final de semana aí. E esse é o torneio do europeu. A gente tá vendo aqui como é que tá o meta do PvP competitivo do jogo, vendo quais são as classes quebradas. Muito da ranqueada, a galera tinha ideia desses torneios. Então, provavelmente as builds que estão fortes aqui no torneio a galera usa, spama na ranqueada, né?
Like you play it relatively chill, but a build like this, you've got to bully it a little bit. Like if you let this free cast on you, it is going to kill you 100%. So actually, red team picking up that kill there, and of course the Deadeye being played here by the red team as opposed to the Daredevil. Az is going to have to deal with this Deadeye. I don't think he's going to have a lot of kill potential here on this. I think he's kind of in trouble. Like Deadeye's one of those builds that you do need to have very high mobility to be able to actually contest into it. And you can see the Herald kind of struggling with that a little bit. The Thief simply kiting this out pretty effectively. It does appear to be a bit of a stalemate though. Some good line of sighting from the Herald, denying a lot of.
Quem será que vence V1 Deadeye ou
coming up pretty soon. Blocks available here as well.
O Herald.
Looks like Az is pretty okay at least for the time being, using this terrain to minimize
da hora
the
demais,
offensive
mano. De primeira impressão assim eu curti o jogo. Eu sou
not able to get like a good line of
Free
sight.
Pandaria lá de 2013, 2014. Depois disso não joguei mais nada e resolvi baixar algum MMO maneiro. Ah, maneiro, mano. Vai curtir o jogo, velho. Ainda mais porque você não precisa gastar dinheiro pra começar a jogar assim, a sério, tá ligado? O jogo, a parte free do jogo te permite participar do endgame já.
Grab that node before pushing back over to middle. We've got an epic Warrior 1v1. Essentially Bunker Warrior versus Bunker Warrior action. Gonna be truly epic over there. And,
além da jogabilidade do Guild Wars 2 ser muito melhor que a do WoW, quer dizer, na minha opinião, né? Porque você pode usar a skill andando, tá ligado? Você não precisa ficar parado pra castar skill. Então deixa o jogo muito mais dinâmico. Que ao mesmo tempo que você joga suas habilidades de dano, você também tá tentando desviar da habilidade do inimigo, né? É bem dinâmico assim.
In another sense, this almost is a bit of a 1v1 between Zealith and Pain, because in order for these warriors to die, you are kind of gonna need one of these thieves there a lot of the time. Like you need to have that pressure. And even in these team fights, these thieves are going to be big players, like assassinating targets. There's a lot of tankiness on both sides here, right? Like very, very tanky builds being played by both of these rosters. So the Thief is going to be a big playmaker here. Now, Azaz, though, outnumbered. Goku moving in to actually help out with this. Azaz should have a little bit of defense available, though. He should be okay. Glint Heal has been used, so he's a little bit out of steam right now. Here comes
Steph Spear também no Herald ficou legal.
His teammate a little bit with Banner of Tactics, but the big counter pressure coming through there should be able to kind of keep this rev
Pois é, diferencial mesmo, é maneiro. Além de também, no Guild Wars, a possibilidade de builds diferentes é maior que no WoW, eu acredito eu. No WoW, meio que, por exemplo, você pega uma classe e ela vai ter, sei lá, 3, 4 builds diferentes, né? Aqui no Guild Wars é tipo, uma classe tem, sei lá, 10, 20, 50 builds diferentes. A variação é muito maior, tá ligado?
Into killing Az. They even 1v2'd him there for a significant amount of time, and he did not die. And that is where this map advantage is manifesting from, I believe, right now for the blue team. Yeah, really well played there by both Azaz and Pain and Goku in that scenario there. They really leveraged the map to their advantage. We now have Goku 1v1 into Krog. Of course, it's on blue node, so blue team is super happy about that. Blue team's winning the team fight on middle as well. So that's looking really good as well. For the blue team. Ooh, that Necro might get taken out. Support Chrono trying to give him the super speed. It's going to be enough there. Shroud in a couple of seconds. Necro able to retreat quite nicely, but there's the triple cap. And it's a pretty solid triple cap as well.
Star Wars do de Republic pro GW2 além da movimentação, o dodge foi o mais diferente. Lá não existia dodge ativo, era uma probabilidade automática. Demorei até entender. Bota fé, mano. É aquele esquema de evade, né? Evade, dodge, né? Que tem alguns jogos que tem esse status, né? Evasion, né? Que daí a chance de você desviar do golpe inimigo. E aí vai ter o status de acerto também, né? Eu joguei alguns jogos que tinham esses tipos de status. O Guild Wars não tem. É o dodge, né? Ou você desvia ativamente, ou bloca, ou você toma o bagulho.
And again, as long as these fights remain even, it's completely fine for blue. They're fighting on their node. All they've got to do is not die. Pain tracks the thief very nice. That might even turn to a kill.
Esse sistema de dodge também eu acho sensacional, velho. Deixa o jogo muito mais dinâmico. É muito mais reativo, né? Depende de você, do seu reflexo, né? E não de um status ou tipo assim do seu equipamento, tá ligado? Isso deixa o jogo muito mais legal, velho.
And all of a sudden, this is looking very unwinnable, actually, for the red team. Look, guys, the French team's looking good. I'm just gonna say it, man. Like, French team is looking pretty hot right now. This is very clean. And this team is no slouch, guys. This is some like absolutely top players, right? Top French players. It's kind of Worms too. You know, it's kind of the B team of the Worms, you could say. But certainly no slouches whatsoever over here on the red team. Lots of monthly AT winners, as you can see, but they're not able to compete with this. Main Worms roster is unstoppable. But yeah, this is they're very impressive.
Agora imagina o reflexo de velho de 80 anos e o mal de Parkinson. É o meu.
They have a slightly different approach, right? Like this Herald being brought into the mix and the Daredevil versus the Deadeye.
Pior que eu também, o meu reflexo também, fi, às vezes, meu Deus do céu. Às vezes eu vou assistir ali meus VOD, né, pra poder tirar as coisas pro YouTube. Dá uma vergonha. Eu fico, mano, dá o break stun, caralho. Eu fico tipo, o stun de 3 segundos, eu fico 2 segundos stunado, aí depois que eu vou dar o break stun, na hora que já tá acabando o tempo do stun, tá ligado? Porra, eu fico, meu Deus, que feio.
It's going to be extremely difficult to actually break through this. And the Herald, of course, has a nice added bonus of being very good in the team fight as well. It's another really nice thing this build can bring to the table. Has a lot of that AoE condition pressure that the Herald is very well known for, right? Like, has a lot of that damage. So when it's kind of paired with the Chronomancer, it's a little bit like a
aperta o botão errado. Pior que comigo é raro, mas acontece às vezes, tá ligado? Também, dá misclick, né? Inclusive quando dá misclick na Elite, mano, sem querer, tá ligado? Skill de, sei lá, 2 minutos, 3 minutos de cooldown, você vai lá e dá misclick nela. Putz, dá uma tristeza.
Let's see what we got going on. Okay, on the red team, we have Tempest. We have Dragon Hunter, we have Virtuoso, we have Chronomons. Is this a double support? Actually, it might be like a double support build. Interesting. We actually have like a Lightning Rod, Water, or a
buildzinha, água, raio. É suporte com off damage, é tipo híbridozinho, né, de suporte com dano pra dar dano de power. É interessante. Olha, o burstzinho legal, matou, solou, legal. O burstzinho no raio é roubado. A skill 5 do Warhorn de raio é bem roubado, velho. Pouca gente usa, é porque Porque a gente usa build de power, né, em Tempest ou com Warhorn, né, na off, mas é interessante. Não é ruim não.
Big damage from the Willbender connecting, but needs to get a down state quickly if they want to have any kind of
pra
business
usar
winning this
tipo
1v2.
dá tristeza mesmo,
Not going to be happening right now. You have the Tempest damage, the air overload connecting big time actually with the shocking aura into the kill. DPS Tempest absolutely slamming. It turns out if you do run any build with Marauder Amulet and Fireworks Relic, you will absolutely obliterate people.
Vai, mexe com o DPS, DPS Tempest aí, ó. Destruindo o joguinho, filho.
Red team should have this one kind of in the bag. They're going to grab that node. They do have their support Chrono. Not in a super comfy spot, 1v1 into a scrapper, but they are going to get some assistance from the Virtuoso. So never mind, the Virtuoso is in fact going to go back over to that other node. The Necromancer is going to be the one to push in there as well. The Reaper getting into the mix, ready to go, and ready to pump. Yeah, the Necro should allow them to win this 2v2 relatively easily. Blue team health bars getting very, very low indeed on the blue team. I like the Tempest though. The Tempest is kind of holding it down. I like this, like just prioritizing the node, pops the Tornado. Of course with Lightning Rod, it's going to bring some serious DPS to the table alongside that shocking aura as well. Every CC is going to also apply weakness and also do some damage. You can see the Tornado.
Esse jogo já meio que acabou, né?
That ends up getting kind of deleted there. Another shocking aura being used. Though there's the orb. The Lightning Orb connects into the Overload. That should finish this. It does. And there we go. That is going to be the end of the game. Kill secured here by the Tempest. Node secured. Game secured. Could go for the kill there, but it's actually going to go for the, honestly, kind of the dominance play. Just like let him bleed out as the game ends. I respect it.
Blue team grabbed the capture point.
And it's done. The game is over. Are there any... We actually have... Oh, wait. Wasn't this the comeback king? Hang on a minute. Dude, can blue team do it again? Can they do it again? They haven't got long. They're looking to maybe do it, though. Warbanner finds kills. They're behind. Warbanner comes through. I believe it was... Wait, was that like red team? Blue team? They tried to stop, but they missed, or it was blocked or something. They've got to finish this kill in the Warbanner. They've got to actually win this rally war. They can't lose. They have to win this. They've got to get this kill. I like the hand res.
Se restar esse daí do time azul, tem chance de virada ainda, hein? O problema é que tá 3 node, mano. Tipo, node, eu acho que não vira, não. Mesmo se eles ganhar a fight aqui, não vai conseguir, não.
The red team is able just to keep pushing back on in and continuously secure these kills. They're going for the res. They're starting to win. They're starting to rally. Oh, a massive interrupt on the receive the light there. But I think it is a little bit too little, too late for the blue team, as even though they make a valiant effort.
Não conheço muito L e Mesmer, porque quase não joguei com eles, então são fights mais difíceis pra mim. Boto fé, mano. É bom, é sempre bom praticar um pouquinho, né, com a cada classe. Daí você entende mais ou menos o que o cara quer fazer com você, né? Quais são os combos.
Hang on. And once again we have a bit of a comeback here. We have this red team here with Chloe in Trig I Trust leading it. On the blue team, we have a Moon Girl, Angelos, Vengeful Rusk, Guardian Defoe, and then Hollow Ego Check as well on the blue team. Actually making a little bit of a comeback, holding the double cap, trying to get back into this. Hollow doing pretty well actually in this 1v1 against the Weaver. Big damage now connecting. Team fight on the other side of the map, I think very important, but actually an outnumber in favor of blue. That means that red team's point of attack is going to be middle over here. And let's see how this player's able to hold on. It is this Herald build that we saw, right? And it's not dead just yet. Support Chrono moving in. With a Torment ticking away, but the Chronomancer arrives just in time.
As duas comps estão bem boas, mano. Mas a comp do time vermelho, na minha opinião, tá um pouquinho mais meta.
For the team, the Weaver going to be driven away. Só que aí
nesse mapa a comp também não impacta tanto, não.
This team fight is going to be a big one. If red team can win, they can get back in, but I'm not sure if they are winning right now, actually. The blue Necromancer kind of blasting. Needs to be very careful, though. Needs to get some support. Gets a dodge roll off. Has a heal in 1 second. Oh, gets a big heal there from the support Chronomancer. And at the same time, they're ready for the aggression onto their opponent's support. Can they find that kill? I think they can. Yes, they can. This should actually be, I think, a victory locked in for blue at that point. They find that kill. A very good survival there from a Rusk. Holding on. Decat comes through there from the red Untamed. I'm not sure if that really matters that much anymore, as It's only a minute and 52 left on the clock, so as long as blue team just keep this state relatively even, they're okay. Looks like they might be able to grab middle. I think this Weaver has to go for this. Has to get in. Yep. Good decision making here from the Weaver. Leaps onto the point, and everything's neutral, but red team, they've got to win now. Where can they win a node? Looks like middle is going to be their target. Sending a lot of players, they're committing a lot of players there. But blue has actually secured this, and that means this Untamed has got to win this 1v1 pretty damn quickly. They've only got a minute left to win this game. Red team, Gold Scum, going in. Trying to push, trying to pump. Let's see how this one goes. And red team actually loses the fight, so that's going to be pretty much the end of this game. Not recoverable anymore. Some good team fighting at the end of this game for the blue team. And they recover themselves. A very slow game, though, actually. Like, pretty much, well, it's going to go to timer for sure, actually, at this stage. This is a timer game guaranteed, but it is not winnable. Demolish was able to win his 1v1, I believe.
Bom dia, Potatão. Salve, salve, meu querido.
Too late. Demolish maybe thinking about going for the Lord, but
vamos.
I think realizes he's only got 1 minute on the clock, so there's basically nothing that can be done here at this stage. He's going to go in through the door, but can he kill the Lord in 30 seconds? I really don't think that's possible. I think a Lord play, honestly, wouldn't have been the worst for red team actually as well. Just to get some points on the board. But they don't have 350, so they won't win the game. He's going to go for it. Let's see how low he can get the Lord, right? Like,
o time dele já tá perdendo mesmo.
Actually going to be problematic here as well. They're kind of annoying. Like when they're all here, they're not actually that easy to deal with. He is pumping the Lord.
Mas não vale a pena você fightar direto pelo Lorde assim não, eu acho, sei lá. É muito difícil de lidar com os 4 bichinhos, mano. Double Soldier, Double Caster, é muito dano, olha lá. Você tem que ir matando, é igual PvE mesmo. Ah, mas tava no timer já, não tinha muito o que fazer mesmo não. GG. Esse Lorde aí você tem que fazer igual matar boss em PvE mesmo. Vai matar primeiro os AD. Mata os Soldiers, mata os Caster, depois você mata o boss. Se for pra tentar matar o boss com os bichinhos te batendo, você não tanca não. Não solo, né? Tinha 4 ar na final. Ixi, aí é foda. É Spellbreakerzão, né? Daquele jeito.
Ok. XX Gamble God XX. Ah, it's the Malgus team. Up against Team TB.
2 bunker, 2 com dano.
This guy is like really good on it. Like he named his character TB Dazox.
Eu achei incrível que não tinha 5.
Nobody else did though. That feels bad.
Eu acho que dá pra fazer, mano, um time de 5 Spellbreaker, tá ligado? Se pá que não fica ruim não.
It is wild to me.
De Staff Spear.
How it is literally the same people playing PvP after all these years, guys. It is literally the same people.
Em cada tipo, em cada time.
You love to see that.
Bota é demais.
Is big. I mean, let's see what we got.
Tá forte demais, mano.
I mean, to be honest, I don't look. Again, maybe I'm just like chilling for the top teams, but
galera tá jogando de quê?
Any team except French.
Eu vi uma galera aí que eu tô vendo tá jogando ainda de Spear Staff. Que apareceu aí.
What's this team actually? Is this a interesting game?
Só se a galera mudou mais pro final, mas até então, que nem os Intrex, eu acho que tava jogando na última ali, tava com essa build de Staff Spear.
Could potentially be an interesting matchup. Let's see what we got. On the blue team, we've got the Druid. Got the Vindicator, actually, still. Not the Herald being played, it's kind of a conditioned Vindicator. The Tyrant Amulet being played. We have Depression, Luna, Kuma, actually. On the warrior.
Os bunkers jogando de
Staff.
Staff.
Go up against this Rev almost. No, the warrior rather, not the Rev. Kind of looked like a Rev, but it's not. That's a warrior. We have the support Chronomancer here from the blue team, and of course a Catalyst as well. Okay then.
Não tenho certeza se DPS jogam, mas deve ser de. Ou DPS deve estar de Spear, mano.
Both teams going for a push. So far.
Eu vi Dagger Sword, acho também interessante.
So far, the blue team actually doing pretty well in this team fight, getting a lot of pressure there onto the support Chronomancer. This Catalyst really going for it, actually bringing some serious heat. A build that's kind of, you know, this has fallen out a little bit of favor, really. You don't see this build so often.
O segundo Catalyst de Cetro, hein? Cetro Focus que a gente vê no torneio.
For sure.
Interessante também, mano.
Meanwhile, this Vindicator, or the Spellbreaker, gonna hold this 1v2.
Só olhando mesmo. Então, ó, que nem esse daí, ó. Esse daí tá de Staff Spear, ó. Esse Depression. Esse daí tá de Staff Spear.
Try and force the node as best as they can. It's going to take a while, though. This Warrior holding on pretty nicely. But there it is. Has to concede the node. Does not have a Defiance Lance for a while. Has the full counter available. Then Defiance Lance in a couple of moments. They really want to push for this kill. I think the Warrior should live. Oh! Barely gets the Defiance Stance, and now they're really in trouble. Didn't get a high-value Defiance Stance there whatsoever. Some really nice kiting here by the Blue Warrior, though. Does live long enough for the Catalyst to show up, and they're going to try and turn around. The Warrior's got to be very careful, though. Has a full counter, but yeah, maybe a little bit on the greedy side there. Could not actually end up surviving there, and the Catalyst is going to be forced to run away in defeat. They did win the middle team fight, though, which is definitely pretty good for them. And as long as this Ranger can do well in this 1v1, they could be in business. We actually did see some... We saw a Condi build from Cole do really well, actually, into the Warrior. That's not being played here, though. It's
Cata Fresh Air é de Cetro ou Cetro Focus. É o segundo que aparece já. Teve outro player também jogando com essa build. Tá muito nerfado, eu também acho. Eu acho loucura usar. Tá muito fraquinho o Cetro, mano. O Cetro não tá prestando, não. Mas, né? Olha lá. Morreu todo mundo.
Give themselves
do
a pretty
time
good
azul.
advantage in this game. Vindicator is going to be bled out there by the Necromancer. Red team looking at a triple cap right now, doing super well for themselves. Now Blue gonna have to see what they can do to actually get back into this game, if they can re-navigate this somehow. It's not going to be easy, though. This is one of those things about having double Warrior, is that if your opponents are able to get a map set up like this, they've got one Warrior here. You can see the Warrior on the map.
Ó, 1v1 de comadre. Ah lá, é dois Warrior de Staff Spear. Fightando.
Assuming that your opponents know what they're doing, and obviously these teams do, it's hard for Blue to actually recover this game, because these Warriors are just such roadblocks.
Tava jogando na VW, a diferença do DD pro FA é bizarra. Isso que o FA tá de Marauder. É, eu boto fé, mano. Eu também acho o DD tá muito mais forte, na minha opinião, atualmente. Ainda mais pra jogar de Catalyst, pô. Catalyst você ganha muito mais valor com DD. Por causa dos combos, né? Você tem mais leap, mais blast.
Of course, there is still this Warrior here from Nezio.
Consequentemente, ganha mais aura, ganha mais stab.
Even though the red team lost this fight,
mas,
Nezio
né?
is here. He is ready to go onto this node and contest it.
Às vezes é a zona de conforto do cara, mano. E às vezes é melhor jogar na zona de conforto do que jogar com um negócio que você é ruim, mas que tá no meta.
Gonna be a second now, to be fair, actually. One decap happened. But red team just gained a whole bunch of
mas esse game aí nem vai dar game não, mano. O time vermelho tá destruindo o time azul.
Very happy about that exchange overall, I think. They basically traded 2 decaps for 100 points, and that's, you know, that's not a bad trade for them. That's a pretty good trade deal.
A única vantagem do FA é que o Stiff não te cai infinitamente. Bota fé.
Grabbing that sword buff and finishing off the support Chronomancer, and now they're going to be able to get this node back as well. As this Druid, I think, is also in some seriously hot water. Has Healing Spring available? Is that going to be enough to survive against the Warrior and the Necromancer? I think that's actually pretty debatable. Signet of Stone is going to have to be used pretty soon. I think it won't help against the conditions, but it will help against the power damage of the Warrior. And Red get that cap, and Red have actually secured themselves a triple cap yet again. After kind of absorbing the attack of their opponents, backing off a little bit, re-engaging, securing those kills, picking up the Druid now as well. Catalyst definitely trying to find some value, but support Chrono and Warrior, yeah, good luck. Trying to kill that, that's really not going to work out super well for you. And,
e o cara jogou a merda no ventilador, 100% dos matchmaking exploits se baseiam em Interdu. Sim, mano, pois é. Eu comentei lá pro Tatão, não sei se você chegou a ver. Deixei um comentário lá, falando, tomara que a Arena Net tire o Du.
Maybe that's what they have to do, because like, with these, they need to kill these Warriors. They just have to be a blunt instrument and just try to slam and get rid of the Warriors of the opponents. And
não vai, eu sei que não vai. Eu não tenho essa esperança mais não. Eu fico falando mais assim, né? Pra encher o saco mesmo, mas essa esperança eu não tenho não.
But Red team entirely in the driving seat, and they have won this game. Let's see, do we have any close matches going on? Any close games to look at?
Já vi todos os famosinhos dizendo que vai quitar do game se tirar o Du.
Yo, I want to watch the Avatar game, man.
Pois é.
I want to see this Avatar game.
Pros caras é mais importante manter a win rate alta do que ter um jogo competitivo, né?
Alatar over here. a little bit similar to Avatar, but subtly different. Okay, Kalkian NA, Chaos of the Arena on Willburner. This guy is, and he's, guys, every match with this guy is pure chaos.
Esse Kalkin NA é do NA, né? Eu já vi ele já nas ranqueadas. Ele joga bem de Mesmer, ele joga de one shot Mesmer.
He gets one shot by Axe Thief though, that's what happens. You gotta respect those little axes, guys. This is not next patch, it's not nerfed yet.
O Master of the Universe. Eu acho que esse time de azul é do NA, mano. Eu acho.
Alright then. Kenshin.
Todos eles não salvam nenhum, tipo isso. Eu preciso parecer pro. É, então, é exatamente o Potato. A galera não sabe lidar bem com derrota. Tem que manter o win rate alta, senão... Se não para de jogar, né? Ele é do EU, boto fé. Por isso que o nome é Kalkin NA, boto fé, boto fé. Faz sentido, ele joga bem, ele joga bem. Já tomei one shot pra ele, já.
Does have mending. He's not playing the full bunker build though. It's no Defiant stance, no banner being played here, so he's a little bit squishier than what normal warriors are going to be. Nice. Resistance countered that fear actually. He had some resistance from the resistance trait and was able to kind of ignore that fear as a result of that. Isn't dead to the Harbinger. If he doesn't die here, this is not the worst thing in the universe for the blue warrior here. Playing pretty aggressively too, by the way. Kado, he's almost like pushing for it. He's wanting to go for this. Wanting to go for this kill. Ooh, I almost don't like the red team Guardian leaving this, because I don't think this is going very well here for the Harbinger. Yeah, as you can see here. Oh, Big C's, that's going to be a kill. That's a kill guaranteed, I think. With the CC into the Spear Marshal's
tem muito o que fazer, que Block Project não funciona, então se ele te pega de surpresa já é... Não, se ele te pegar... Se ele timar o seu dodge e acertar o combo já era,
Master of the Universe brutalizes one Necromancer, comes back for round 2. It's a scourge. It's going to be annoyingly tanky to actually bust through this, I think. And the respawn will be able to get here before this kill is secured, I think.
Olha lá a buildzinha. Spellbreaker, Staff, Spear, roubadíssima. Ah não, esse daí tá de Dagger Shield, Spear. Olha lá, uma das variações aí.
Oh, he got blinded. He's got nothing left though. Can he get the heal? He
Nossa.
Can. Oh no, but he's getting 1v3'd. He's got the shield block. He can't finish this. Assistance is coming through now from Rude Goose, but the res
Será que ele tá usando a Relic of Rivers ou a Defender?
The Universe holds on. He's got 2 dodges, but oh, he couldn't quite get it done.
Deve ser Rivers,
However, the Chronomancer is going to be... Oh, no!
Nossa.
You've got to be kidding me. That was a big play by the Chronomancer. I believe playing a... Is this a DPS build? I believe it actually is. Assassin Amulet for the Giga crit chance. Wasn't quite able to win the rally war after a truly epic
a galera usando Arjax é muito meme, velho. Aí não dá, não, mano. Aí é meme do meme, porra. Quero usar Axe of Hand no PvP, é muito meme, pô.
Master of the Universe. 1v9 in this game. And look what happens, guys. Master of the Universe dies, the blue team feeds. What a surprise. Kenshin has a really disgusting bleed over here, though. That's very good. Fully bleeding out this warrior after winning this 1v1. And now Master of the Universe also crushing his own 1v1. That is a dead Willbender if ever I've seen one. Oh, he was out of range. No, dude, he was like 1 centimeter out of range on that Spirit auto attack.
É o discípulo do Bobão. Pois é. É o Bob Esponja deixando seu legado, né? Afetando até o europeu, tá vendo, filho? O cara é tão brabo que até o europeu segue as builds do Bob.
Maybe a little bit too greedy here, though. Tanks up quite nicely and holds on. Has that full counter. Gets the CC into the full counter. Is now in a 1v4 situation. I think Master of the Universe is pretty much done for here. That's the end of that, but I think...
Porra, mano, o Bobão não logou pra nos mostrar toda a glória do Berserker Rifle Spear. Agora a Spear já foi nerfada, verdade. Faltou, mano, faltou mesmo. Mas será que às vezes ele nem comprou a nova expansão, pô? Faltou mesmo o Theorycraft do Bobzada.
I think very difficult though, especially if they end up losing a player here. Willbender and their Thief very low. Blue Thief just kind of on the hunt there, just get pulled back by the Spellbreaker. And DPS Chrono does end up
Pô, o joguinho tá bom ainda, hein?
Blues. They're a bit vulnerable
O time vermelho tem chance de virar sim.
They don't have that anchor to
mas
keep
essa
their
morte no
team fight
Daredevil
stable,
agora
even when they're a little bit outnumbered.
fudeu pouquinho.
And now Chaos is going to be eliminated. I like this by the Thief, though. I think we go full cap here. Does Alatar? Yep, I think we do. Is there any potential to intercept this from the red team? I think there is if they leave now, and the Willbender is recognizing it. Should be able to bully this Thief away, I think. Oh, actually even gets the contest. Very nicely done there by the Willbender. But this point is now an issue. Yeah, and Blue, they're playing the smart.
Só o cara acertar o giro do machado que eles viram.
Chaos of the arena should not even be going here. Just go close.
True.
This is actually a very aggressive, very risky play. Ah, yeah, it looks like there was some communication in the team. Recognizes that they
É só acertar aquele 5 do machado no 5 inimigo.
And they do so, they kill
E aí é GG, né, pô?
no problem. And that does mean that I do not think Blue team is going to be able to lose this game anymore. Like, even if they all feed now, it is a little bit too late for them to lose. And they get the job done. And they win the game. Some cool stuff there, and some some good decision making towards the end of that game.
Foi
Blue
jogo
team
bom.
recognize what, isn't it? Back here, actually, we have the Lisa team up against Unfortunate. Mercy has
Deixa eu ver, falta
pets
muitos.
now.
Tá, a gente tá no finalzinho do round
On the Ranger.
4.
Not a
Vai ter
druid,
o round
though,
5 e
so
o
it's
round
not really
6.
like
Aí
the
depois
Mercy
começa as
roleplay.
partidas bem
But, I
interessantes,
see
né?
what they were going for there, but maybe a little bit outdated. Got to log on to a druid, but anyway, red team wins the game. They got the double cap. Slew guy, ready to go. Runs in,
Qual a
dies
diferença
at the
desse
end of
campo
this
pro
match. You
mate?
also get one
Mano, é
feed in there at the
só
end.
a
Love to see
premiação
that.
mesmo, Potatão.
Lisa also
Eu acho que, tipo assim, a premiação tá bem melhor. Esse daí, ele dá um monte de coisa pra lendária, tá ligado? Percursor, essas coisas.
They actually did get fully decapped there, so I guess they could theoretically lose, but they also have a kill, and that's going to take them over the threshold to end the game as the Reaper swings the scythe.
Eu vi que das lendárias pronta. Ah, é? Ah, então melhor ainda, né?
Okay. That's insane. I don't know who would do that, but I just... Now you're aware of that. Now you... Blue team with a big... This red team is dying. The Tempest is dead.
Tá, vamos pro próximo round, vai, que aqui já acabou.
Disaster.
A gente quer ver partida boa, a gente não quer ver partida de low. Aí, ó, essa daqui é partida boa.
Alrighty then.
O time azul é bom, o time vermelho é bom também. Bom, composição, vamos ver, time vermelho postando no Dead Eye pra dar dano e fazer o roaming. Com Double Spellbreaker, com de Reaper pra poder ter aquele Demon Queen, né, e dar deny no suporte inimigo, e um suporte crono. Já no time azul é um Daredevil, também com suporte crono, somente um Spellbreaker. Tá postando então no Druida, né?
Necromancer being played in. Good map for Necro,
e também
honestly.
Conde Reaper pra poder ter aquela Demon Queen e dar deny no suporte inimigo.
Double Warrior Gaming. Of course, in the blue team.
Tá bem even as duas comps.
We have Fly, also known as the Rotator. Sword Flame Master, I believe all the way from NA. To go and play with this team. Go for a relog actually.
A partida da final foi a mesma da eliminatória, com resultado invertido. Doideira, doideira.
Being played by this player. So it's going to be a 0 Spellbreaker, and this is going to be a very interesting setup here, actually. We have Dark Cosmic Djinn, some kind of League of Legends roleplay. It's actually kind of a... Wait, this is like a full-on
Trocaram a comp ali, o time azul trocou o Spellbreaker por Willbender.
That's pretty obvious if you think about it, right? You can see that they're all role-playing as a
Estão indo sem Spellbreaker o time azul, hein? Já o time vermelho tá com 2 Spellbreaker, vamos ver quem ganha aí. Acredito no time vermelho pelos 2 Spellbreaker, porque tá mais quebrado, né?
Dark Cosmic Djinn on the Chronomancer. Rogue Admiral Garen, the Willbender. I guess it's pretty appropriate. It's a bit of a spinny class over here on the Willbender. And the Thief, I guess, is kind of a, like a bit like Kha'Zix. But anyway, here we go. In goes the blue team. Very interesting setup. No Spellbreaker. I'm going to be interested to see how that goes. Now, what I do like about blue is that they have gone for a very aggressive comp here. They have a huge amount of damage. I think that's where things get interesting. And One thing that is kind of cool here actually about this Druid pick actually.
É, o time azul tá apostando no dano puro, né? Burst, burst,
We actually saw him play a conditioned Druid last time that was actually doing
Sei
really
lá,
well.
hein?
I think he was able to
Spellbreaker tá muito roubado, mano.
On the Spellbreaker utilizing that build.
Os evade frame que a Spear dá pra ele fica muito broken, mano. Ele consegue dar muito deny em burst. Não adianta nada você jogar as skills de burst no meio do evade do cara, né?
The big question for me is, are they going to be able to control the map effectively? Like, that is what these Spellbreakers bring to you. We see that here as well. Cole is not... I think he can decap here, right? He is playing essentially like a decap druid with the longbow and Glyph of the Tide. So he can decap a warrior, I believe, over time. And I guess very slowly capture the node.
Já deu os 55 contra os franceses? Ainda não, eu acho. Na real que eu não sei. Mas eu acho que ainda não.
In like a 2v2 or a 3, it's almost like a second healer being brought to the table on this team, which is an interesting strategy.
Mas daí tá jogão, guys, tá bem parelho. Os dois times estão se movimentando muito bem pelo mapa.
Consistently sitting on a point that it owns. Like, if Cole owns a node, he is super happy about that. He loves to see that. And the Necromancer from Red Team having a very rough time, getting chased down for the second time in this match. That Willbender and Thief absolutely insatiable. With all of that there, the res coming through there, but yeah, that's not going to happen. The blue team are able to respond to that pretty effectively. Thief being chased away. Does Cole nearly have the cap? I mean, he will get it eventually, right? Like, he is just going to continuously push the opponent off the node, but of course the Thief is going to move in to try and deny that as best as he can, but Druid going to be hard to kill for the Thief. Signet of Stone, very powerful, of course, right, giving you that physical damage immunity, will deny a lot of damage there from the Thief plussing in. Of course, matched now by the blue Thief at the same
Apesar do
time.
time azul tá abrindo vantagem em kill, eles não estão conseguindo dominar mapa. Por quê? Porque eles não têm Spellbreaker, tá vendo? Então eles estão conseguindo garantir kill ali matando Chrono, matando Reaper, mas os que estão garantindo o Node, que são os Spellbreaker, não morrem, tá ligado? E aí você não consegue abrir ponto, velho. Olha lá, não adianta nada, olha lá, quem tá catando kill no jogo é o time azul, mas quem tá com mais ponto é o time vermelho. Porque nesse modo de jogo, que ganha jogo é dominar Node, não é matar os outros, né? Então, isso mostra o porquê que o Spellbreaker tá tão forte nesse modo, mano, também. Eu acho que um jeito de dar deny nisso, nesse poder todo, é quando ele ficasse no evade frame do F1 da lança, ele perdesse o cap do node, tá ligado? Nesse tempo de evade frame que ele fica, ele vai perdendo o cap do node. Aí ele não garantiria o node nos 1v1 sempre, né? Infinito.
Alright, so now you can kind of see blue team's plan. This is their plan. Look at the Druid.
Hoje eu acordei sem internet, eu olhei o aplicativo, disse que ia voltar 16h30, quase chorei. Caralho, é foda, hein, mano. Ó, ficar o dia inteiro sem internet é triste demais. Ainda bem que voltou antes.
Is there maybe a Glyph of Stars or something? There actually is. He doesn't have CA though, so he's going to have to go for the hand res. Now that, unfortunately, they are going to have to concede the node for that. Yeah, the Thief was able to quickly blink over
Coloque ele
there.
perder cap no full counter, problema resolvido. É, também tem isso, ou isso, né, também.
Cole is definitely capable of holding these 1v2s even on far when there's respawns coming in, so I do like that, but this team fight on middle is now very, very important.
Que é muito roubado, mano. Ele fica intangível, né? Ao mesmo tempo que segura o node, tá ligado? Não pode ter os 5 players do time inimigo batendo nele, que ele vai estar no meio do evade frame ou no block e vai estar segurando o node, tá ligado? É muito broken isso, velho. Pra esse modo de jogo isso é muito forte. Tudo que um tanker quer é isso, né? Não tomar dano e ainda segurar o ponto pro time.
Holds on, gets the heal skill off and is going to be okay.
Se não bate, ele perde muito de cap, então. Seria bom.
Just kind of the immovable object. Blue team is the unstoppable force, but they, unfortunately, the immovable object has defeated the unstoppable force, and the unstoppable force broke itself upon the immovable object. And I'm not sure if there's much of a pathway for blue team to win this game here, because they are incredibly far
behind. Mano, acho que o full counter 3 segundos a bolha, se tu não bate, imagina só. Sim, é 2 full counter, você deu decap nele, tá ligado? É a mesma coisa que jogar contra um Mirage, né? Tipo, o Mirage também, ele não segura node por causa disso, ele vai dando aqueles distortion dele e vai perdendo node, né? Tinha que ser alguma coisa assim, mano. Que é muito roubado, velho. Antigamente, você lembra, o 5 do Focus de terra do Elementalist também, né? Você ficava imune e segurava o node. Aí eles tiraram. Pode ver que balanceou pra caramba, velho. Não pode ter isso não, mano. Se ficar invulnerável e segurando o node, tá ligado? É muito broken isso.
In terms of point gain
É uma mecânica câncer pro modo, velho. Ele pode bunker o quanto ele quiser se ele perde o node. É, então. Era igual ao primeiro virtuoso. É.
Continuing to pump. Going for kills. You know, Hammer is up as well. Everything's currently neutral right now. And red team maybe in trouble here. The Chronomancer taking some heavy damage. Is going to have to go through that portal, but red team get point A. Blue team super low. I'm not sure if they're going to be feeling that good in this team fight. Oh, actually, hang on. Krog gets exploded. Tries to contest there at the same time, but red team just has this double cap, right? And the problem is that red team don't even have to give this up. They're going for a very cheap game. That is a really cheap game by the team. They actually might be able to get this.
Fica livre e não segura a noite, sacanagem mesmo. Pois é, salve Zexuas, meu querido, bom dia. Pois é, mano. Não pode ter esse tipo de mecânica não, mano. De ficar invulnerável, intangível e segurar o node ao mesmo tempo, tá ligado? Não faz sentido, mano.
Hammer for blue. So point A is going to have to be recaptured by red, but this game is over, guys. This game is over. Oh yeah, very straightforward game here. Let's see, what else is happening? Let's go have a look at Master Us versus Intrex. This could be interesting. Oh yeah, we got a big one.
Ó, esse jogão também, time do Draz é contra o time dos Intrex as a Dome. Jogão e tá close, guys. A comp do time vermelho apostando em um Spellbreaker só, junto com o Chrono Support, o Azadome de Daredevils rotacionando, né? Ah lá, o Andrew Tate de Catalyst. Era ele que eu tinha falado que tava jogando de FA Catalyst, né? Um dos que estão jogando aí nesse torneio de FA Catalyst. E o Virtuoso. Já o time azul apostando no Double Spellbreaker também. Mas esse jogo tá bem mais close que o outro, hein?
Going to stabilize this fight over there, just supports and then leaves. Azadome and Virtuoso doing well.
Double Spellbreaker, Dead Eye, Code Reaper pra deny o suporte e o Chrono Support. Pô, a comp do time azul tá bem interessante, tá bem fechadinha, mano. Bem fechadinha.
Love to see that. And all of a sudden, Sin kind of on a warpath there, looking for the catalyst. Might be able to find it. Gets the kill there, gets the snipe up with the warrior. The Chrono not able to get the save the day. Not this time, anyway.
Just like that,
blue team. Now in the mix.
Agora já era. Agora o time azul abriu muita vantagem, mano. Double kill, triple node.
Good momentum now for 55.
Muito difícil de virar nesse mapa também. Esse mapa não é bom pra fazer viradas. O comeback nesse mapa é muito chato de acontecer. A chance de ter acabado essa partida agora é muito grande. E aí, tipo assim, o time azul pegou triple node. E por você tirar o node dos caras, mano? Com os Spellbreaker em cima do node, tá ligado? Você não tira, velho. Não tira o cara de cima do node nunca, mano. O cara fica ali intangível meia hora e você fica batendo no nada. Fica batendo no evade frame dele.
Another hammer for blue though, not really a big deal right now, of course, as everything is in their favor or neutral. And now it's going to be a case of can red team manage to actually get back into this game? Can they find something? Os SPB são Spear Staff mesmo. Sim, tá muito forte, né, mano? Dá até pra mudar a Staff em si, que foi mais nerfada, né? Então, por isso tem uma galerinha que tá trocando, mas mesmo assim continua boa, mano. O kit dela é muito forte, né? Muita mobilidade, block. Cura. Complementa muito bem o Spellbreaker. Supporting that Necro, helping them get out of harm's way. They're a little bit exposed here, but red team not feeling quite confident to push that deep, at least just for the time being. Red team going with some decaps all over the place, but oh, the catalyst just gets torn to shreds in the crossfire. Misha actually playing with the sword torch as well. So presumably it's going to be rifle, sword, torch. Yeah, a little bit more evasiveness, right? Like having that stealth. Very powerful, actually. Able to disengage from some of those situations. Red team not out of it yet, though. I think they've got one more fight in them.
Esse time de azul aí, o time do Drazi, provavelmente vai ser o time da final, né?
Think about this matchup and how they're going to play it the next time they encounter this team, because if they want to win this tour, they are going to have to face them again almost certainly, unless maybe the French eliminate them in semis or something like that. But yeah, red team. Ooh, I think we're kind of getting to the end now.
Eu sei que tem uns ward kick pra dar decap.
Not really.
Essa é a final? É?
Path of attack right now, I think. And blue team just keep on ticking on and on and on.
Cores installed. Charging the laser.
Syndrome ready to pounce. Virtuoso gets eliminated in stealth. Abindo going for the kill.
Vai ser na floresta.
The revive comes through, but
e as comp não vem igual, interessante.
Catalyst forced to run away. 400 points and
mano, é muito diferente. Floresta de Skyhammer, os mapas mudam, é muito diferente, mano.
Headless chicken. They have been decapitated and they are no more. There's not much to be done here. Sin gets caught a little bit, gets rezzed up though, and this is the end of the game. Like blue team at this point, they're just wasting red team's time, fighting them all over the place. We have a triple cap coming through. Draza handling this 1v1 pretty well. Yeah, I think Zintrax knows the game. Yeah, he knows the game's over.
Os franceses vêm com Vind.
No real point in playing this, or maybe he's DCing. Could be both. Wait, holy shit.
That was de Vind, da hora, interessante, interessante. Mestre, explica pouco as atribuições na composição, principalmente o Roamer e o Slide Node. O Side Node, né? Exemplo, Soul Beast com Longbow e Sword Horn com a minha principal missão no jogo. Quando estou jogando, geralmente pego mais kills, 25, 30% de dano. Às vezes até mais heal no jogo, mas defende e ofende é mais difícil, geralmente só em jogo mais fácil. Sim, mano, tipo, ó, se você tá de Longbow, Soul Beast Longbow, a sua ideia é rotacionar o mapa, você vai ser um roaming, tá ligado? E matar o máximo possível de player. O que você quer é fazer o +1, né? É tipo assim, você vê onde o seu time tá duelando e vai lá e faz o 2v1 e mata o cara rápido, entendeu? Essa é a sua... jogando de Longbow, Soul Beast, essa vai ser a sua principal atribuição. Rotacionar e garantir kill pro time. Então é normal que você não tenha tanto offense e defense, porque isso tem a ver com controle de node. E essa não é a sua função, tá ligado? A sua função no jogo vai ser garantir kill. E aí quem vai garantir o node é o seu duelista.
That is an absolute disaster, but maybe they can carry here. Gives the node away for free to the Untamed, but they are killing. They've got to go and decap. It's over. Dreamwalk, wait, downstate battle here.
Porque você quer aproveitar a mobilidade que o Soul Beast tem e do range que o Longbow tem também, entendeu? Então, dependendo do mapa, às vezes, por exemplo, você consegue, você tá ali no mid, mata um cara e em 2 segundos você já tá dando dano no far, por exemplo, entendeu? Por conta do range alto e da mobilidade que a classe tem. Então, você tem que aproveitar disso.
Blue team wins. Dude Slayers. Infernal Divinity win.
Daí não tem esse Viits, esse cata. Eu boto fé, mano. Eu boto fé que o time vermelho essa partida aqui foi comp diff, mano, né? A partida ali que tava o time do Drazi contra o time do Azadome. Não tava legal a comp do vermelho, não.
Made in China. I haven't seen this guy play for ages. Holy shit. So he's back on the core guard, boys. Let's go. Highly buffed build as well. Yeah, this is much stronger than it used to be, that's for sure. Can Red actually recover in this? I don't think they can now. They absolutely can't. Elemental Mace is ready over here with the Tempest standing firm over on point A, making it happen. Made in China getting taken out, and that kill will secure the game. That is the end of that.
Acabou. Deixa eu ver.
Incredible. I think that might be the last game, it absolutely.
Agora round 6, último round antes de chegar no mata-mata. Ó, jogão também, hein? Time do Drazi contra o time do Pain.
On the blue team, Abindo on the Reaper. Here he is, Rabbit Amulet.
O time azul de novo com Double Spellbreaker, né? Vai ser a comp deles pelo jeito, né? Essa comp deles tá muito boa, inclusive, guys. Muito fechadinha, velho. Double Spellbreaker, um Dead Eye pra ficar rotacionando e garantindo kill, um Conde Reaper pra dar deny no suporte e um Chrono Suporte pra garantir o suporte, né? Ressar, curar.
Syndrome on Dead Eye. Here it is. It's the Deadeye build. Unseen Invasion,
O time
obviously,
vermelho,
with the rifle.
também com
Dagger,
2
Shadow,
Spellbreaker, né?
Trickery, and Deadeye.
Também com Chrono
Frey,
Support,
Warrior
porém,
number
vindo
one.
com um Conde
We've seen this build before, Heretic
Herald
Amulet, Rune of the Fighter,
e um
Relic of
Daredevil pra
Rivers, very
rotacionar.
tanky. Still packs a punch as well, don't
Eu queria
underestimate
que
it.
mostrasse essa build do Conde,
It's
Conde
something.
Herald,
The
mano.
same thing, of course, being played by Draza.
Pra ver se ele
A bit
tá
more
de
aggressive with Relic of
Demon
Daredevil,
Queen.
Scrapper, Rune, and
Mas
Berserker
provavelmente
Amulet
não, né?
with Spear, and then Dagger Sword. So, kind of a more bunker style build.
Não sei se eu gosto não, velho. Porque
Porque
ficar sem Demon Queen
being played here by
no
Draza.
5v5 é muito ruim, mano. É muito importante você ter uma Demon Queen pra counterar o resto do suporte inimigo, mano.
The hybrid damage Herald.
Ah lá, mostrou. É Rivers, tá de Rivers. É, então o time vermelho não tem Demon Queen na comp deles.
It's gonna be Kill, support Chronomancer, Goku on Warrior number 1, and a Spree on Warrior number 2. Abindo went for a quick relog there. Full Shroud available.
Blue team
Ready to
grab the
pump.
capture point. Red team
Okay.
wins the capture point.
And here we go. Is Draza? No, that is not the same person. So, this is going to be an interesting matchup here. Because, of course, there's no Necromancer for red. And I think that does mean that 55 should be doing well in these team fights. The Herald, I think, will not be quite as good in these scenarios. I think this is really going to be a very heavy rotation game. Maybe not the biggest amount of kills. And I think a lot of it is... I think we saw this earlier, right, with a different game, actually. I think a lot of
Linda kill do Pain no Dead Eye do time azul.
The thieves here are almost the big players.
Essa é a força do Daredevil contra o Dead Eye, guys. O Daredevil, ele consegue caçar o Dead Eye e matar ele, né?
Right? It does a lot of damage, but it's very, very squishy. It is vulnerable. It absolutely is.
Soft counter, né? Também não é tão hard counter assim.
A lot of difficulty. Teleports around, has the continuum shift. Abindo trying to peel from a little bit. But a very good start now for French Worms. A very good start for them indeed. Rev in a little bit of trouble. Doesn't quite get the port there. Kind of glitched out there. Not sure what that was. But yeah, Misha now falls. Of course, they are outnumbered. They're very behind in this fight.
Esse mapa é complicado, hein?
It does not seem to matter.
O time vermelho abriu o kill agora, é bem complicado o time azul voltar em esse mapa, é muito fácil de snowballar, velho.
That's what we're going to see a lot of, I really do. We're going to see a lot of damage here coming through that. Well, Cinder's back in biz though. He's going to try and go for this warrior onto Goku. Goku actually has nothing. He's probably dead here. Yeah, he is going to die. Good CC from Draza denying that banner for the extra barrier.
Red team got a capture point.
So maybe a slight overcommit from Red. Weren't able to match the thief as perhaps as quickly as they would have wanted to, and now Sin kind of pushing over towards middle. But now he is going to have to interact with Pain once again, and I think Pain is going to show him no mercy. Both of these thieves really hate each other's guts right now. They want to get these kills and shut down their opponents, because again, like, this is how you get kills in this matchup. It's these two players. They have to be eliminated. And, well, they have to be utilized well, of course.
Duelo de Chiefs Israel, guys, olha lá. Nossa, o Pain destruiu, velho. Cê é louco. Não deu nem graça, mano. O Pain é muito bom, mano. Muito bom.
I think is going to do pretty well in a lot of these 1v1s. And Pain getting the better out of these trades, kind of 2 for 0 right now. And now that allows him to deal with Draza. And, of course, this should end up forcing a decap at the very least. Maybe even a full cap. Ooh, and Draza in trouble, actually. This Daredevil bringing some heat here. Good kiting there by Draza, of course, but he's not out of the woods yet, actually. Pain is ready to activate. He is pumping right now. Finds it.
Diff essa partida aqui, hein?
Kills Draza.
O Pain tá carregando, filho.
They might have to rethink. They might have to rethink the Deadeye, guys. The Deadeye, maybe it's just not, something's been going wrong. Maybe I'm just a thief noob, but it has not been working this game. Cinder's been getting caught. That Daredevil, some smart plays by Pain to just completely, yeah, he's going to go for it again, right? He wants to just, like, completely hound this thief, I think. Deny the value from the Deadeye. It cannot be allowed to free cast. Yeah, Pain already harassing Sind on respawn. He's not able to connect. He's not able to do what he wants to do. Az is in a little bit of trouble. Has the heal skill, of course, available. Should be fine there. And 55, very far behind in this game so far. They are not in a good situation. Azza should be okay. He absolutely is. He's good for now. And Sind is stable, but look, Pain just going for him. Look at the HP. 2k health. I don't think we can see Sind extend here. He's got to be so careful. And Pain just on the hunt. Very nice dagger fire by Sind. That was clean as fuck, actually. But is it going to be enough? I'm not sure it is, to be honest. Like, he's just being chased down the entire time. He's not able to deliver the value that he's able to in most of these games. The French, they've got a plan here, right? They know that Sin loves the Deadeye, and they've been trying to shut it down all game. They've been succeeding in doing so as well. This fight's a little unstable right now. And yeah, Sin gets caught again. Pain finds it again. And I don't think this game is winnable. This game isn't winnable, guys.
GG,
55, I don't think.
O Pain destruiu,
Very
você é
smart
doido.
by the French. They're kind of on fire.
Cara, a diferença que um Tiff bom faz, né, mano? Você é louco.
This could be
E olha que o Dead Eye dos caras não é ruim não, mano. Mas o Pain só é muito melhor.
This is not some kind of pug. This is not pug 55. This is full 55. There's no bullshit here. This is full worms versus full 55. No excuses. No way around it. This is full roster. Cinder's now back. He's going to try to go elsewhere, go for a decap, slow this game down a little bit. Have this warrior 1v1. That's going to be pretty much infinite here on middle. It's kind of bunker build from Frey versus a Spree. And now, again, I like this though. Pain sees the thief, immediately goes for the hunt. Doesn't want to allow him even a second of freedom. Oh, but Sind, he's now actually pumping. He's having his revenge. After a pretty rough first half of this game.
7% de vida, meu Deus.
Azaz finally dies as well.
Saiu vivo ainda.
Yeah, like as the fight gets longer and longer and longer, the Necro continuously blasting. Never really running out of resources whatsoever. And this could be a bit of a thing here for 55. Pain, maybe going for a really disgusting revive, actually, is going to go for that. I think Misha should be able to get the CC and the cleave to deny that. Yes, he absolutely is. And there's like a glimmer of hope for 55 right now. Sin getting this full cap. Pain is going to intercept it again. Just wants to find that immediately. And let's see if Sin has managed to kind of crack the code on this 1v1 matchup. It is a very important one. Big value here. This Thief 1v1 is critical. I'm not even saying that ironically. You know, a lot of the time I would be, but not in this context. This is a very important thing to be going on. Meanwhile, actually, Goku in trouble. Yeah, that Necromancer continuously applying pressure finds that kill. Meanwhile, how is this 1v1 proceeding? Azaz is here, so that is going to de-equalize it. Ooh, Sin's got to be careful here.
Oh, he gets caught. The CC from the spear, I believe. Faz onde tem dois duelistas lutando e o meu duelista pede pra ir embora. É porque assim, você vai... Quando você vai gankar um V1, quando você faz o gank, meio que você vai dar o seu dano ali, tá ligado? Se você não matar o cara, se o cara conseguir ficar vivo depois do seu gank, meio que tipo assim, digamos, você chegou no far, você ficou 15 segundos e você não deu nenhuma pressão de kill no cara, o cara não ficou em nenhum momento com low life, parecendo que ia morrer, quer dizer que o seu valor ali é zero, tá ligado? Então você pode ir embora. Então você deu o gank, não garantiu a kill, não deu pressão de kill, não pareceu que o cara vai morrer, vai embora. Porque você não tá ganhando valor nenhum, entendeu? Você quer dar o plus pra garantir kill. Se você não tá garantindo kill, você não tá ganhando valor. Entendeu? Então é por isso que às vezes o duelista vai falar pra você ir embora. Porque seu valor ali tá sendo zero. Entendeu? Então isso daí é ter a malícia, assim. Entender se seu valor naquele gank tá tendo valor. Entendeu? Aquele posicionamento seu. Então a ideia é essa, tipo, se chegar num gank, pode ser no far ou na sua home, enfim. Você ficou uns 20 segundos, você viu que não mudou nada a sua presença ali, tá ligado? O seu dano não tá fazendo diferença, vai embora, mano. Deixa os caras no duelo deles ali infinito. O máximo que você vai fazer ali é dar um decap no node, se o node tava pro inimigo, tá ligado? Ajudar a decapar e vai embora. Porque a sua função como plus one é garantir kill, tem que lembrar disso. Se você não tá garantindo kill, você não tá tendo valor.
The better it gets for 55, really, as the Necromancer just provides that slow grind, right? Like that slow churn of attrition. As these fights progress, Draza going for Azaz alongside Sin. This is looking like a relatively dead Herald, but actually the support from Kill moves in, and they're able to get away with that quite nicely. Very low cooldowns on Kill, so Azaz is a little bit on his own for a while. A little bit of barrier, a little bit of support coming through. The healing is big, but 55, they've now lost that node. Worm's able to get the mansion back into play. Oh, Az in so much trouble. Mantra heal is going to be coming up in a few seconds if he can hold on. Oh, and he does, and the glint heals there as well. Very, very nice. And red team kind of getting out of the woods on that one. They should be okay, at least for the time being. just got such a big point advantage. 200 in favor of them currently.
Entendi, acontece geralmente quando o inimigo é um Spellbreaker. Sim, sim, sim. É porque Spellbreaker aí você vai ter que ser tipo assim, você vai ter que ser mais metódico no seu gank, tá ligado? Você vai ter que chegar invisível, espera o cara gastar o evade frame, espera gastar o cara gastar o full counter, e aí você descarrega o seu burst, entendeu? Aí você vai ter a chance de matar. Pode ser que você não mate mesmo assim, né? Mas não é só chegar e dar descarregar o combo, né? Tem que ser um pouquinho mais metódico. Mas é por causa disso que a gente tá comentando, tá muito broken, mano. Toda hora ele tem evade frame, block, então tipo assim, é bem chato, ele tem pequenas janelas ali que o dano consegue entrar. Então enquanto não for nerfado essa parte aí, a galera vai continuar spamando mesmo, porque tá muito forte.
A spree in a lot of trouble. Also falls. Okay, that was pretty clutch. But it might be a little late in the day for that, I'm afraid. 372 to 152. And again, just having this node ticking away is so painful for 55. Azaz can hold on to it for a little bit. He's got his glint heal. Looks like he might just be going for the die on node angle. But actually, no, the Chronos here, so he should be able to disengage this relatively easily. 55 now picking up that node. Defending that there with Draza. Of course, we have this 1v1 still going on over here as well. Goku, I mean, that's going nowhere. It's warrior v warrior. It ain't happening, guys. It really ain't happening. Okay. Meanwhile, we have Sind. Nearly dying to falling damage there. Narrowly escapes with 200 HP. Has to stealth up. Yeah, Pain looking for him. Pain goes for the no-scope. Oh, he wants this kill. If he gets this kill, it probably seals the game, and he gets it. Is able just to get in there. Finishes it. Gonna bleed it a little bit. And I think that's kind of the killing blow in this match. I think that 15 seconds of no Deadeye, and that means that Pain has basically got another 30 seconds or so to do whatever the hell he wants on the map. Find this decap. Maybe even start full capping.
GG bem aqui, hein, mano.
3 minutes
bem carregou esse
game. By the way, 3 minutes on the clock. Not much of a way around this. And yeah, this is just, yep. I think that's actually going to be basically GG called. Goku is essentially all but AFK. He was barely even yep. He's not even using any abilities. Frey going for a rampage.
É muito roubado isso, né, velho? O boneco pode literalmente ficar parado ali, não dá nada, mano.
Exclamation mark worms in the chat. Because they're looking to take Tournament of Legends. They're looking to take down 55 and establish themselves as one of the best teams in the world. They're ready for Moda 3, guys. They're ready. And they take out a Bindo as well. And that really is the end of the game if they can finish that off. There's no recovery at that point. Kind of in an awkward spot for the French to actually pressure. Looks like the revive might come through. It absolutely does. And Azaz, while he was going for that, gets eliminated. But again, this game is essentially unwinnable. Is this game actually unwinnable? The answer to that question is yes. If Red Team AFK, they auto-win. 2 minutes and a half is not long enough to actually get enough points on a map with no secondary objective. This game is over. It is unwinnable for Blue. They have lost.
É, acabou já.
And that's victory for the French, guys. Worm gameplay. I beg you. I can't anymore. Goku begging for mercy. He cannot handle this 1v1 any longer. He is mentally broken. Unsurprising, to be honest. I get it. I get it. Yeah, Kylo Curse, man. Kylo Curse. It's not a map they like. They don't like this map. And 55, they're going to have to rethink this. I do think...
Pior que a comp do time azul, né, do 55, é uma comp muito forte, velho. Mas aqui foi dedo diff total, guys, não foi comp, não. Talvez é lógico que se o Deadeye tivesse Daredevil, talvez as fights entre os dois Chiefs seriam mais equilibradas. Porque o Daredevil countera muito o Deadeye mesmo. Mas foi totalmente dedo diff, mano. O Chief, o Pen fez totalmente a diferença nessa partida. Não acredito que tenha sido problema de comp, não. Tirando essa parte de escolha do Deadeye, né?
Every player would go for that focus, right? The Warriors will be on him, like everyone will be on him trying to shut that down, and they succeeded in doing that today. They absolutely did. So I think we're going to have to see 55 adapt. Like if it's going to be some kind of reroll to a different build for Sind, if they're going to have a strategic adjustment to enable the Deadeye a little bit better. But they're going to have to do that. But they need to figure out how they're going to approach this Thief situation, because it really did not work in this game whatsoever. And 55, they have been defeated pretty decisively, to be honest, as well. This was not really a game where it looked like they were winning very often. 500 to 243. French Worms take that game. I think there's I think there's like a Zealith versus Zintrix.
3 aulas grátis comigo pra te mostrar como começar teu canal de sucesso no YouTube com só clique. Isso é impossível, Pedro. Não.
Next game it was actually won by Zealith.
Agora começa a parte legal do campeonato, guys. Vamos para as quartas de final.
Can't count, which is pop. So we're going to a top 8. We're now in top 8. Let's see what these matchups are. Oh, okay. So we have, wait, dude. Master Disaster versus Hard But Not Stuck. Make it to the top 8. Zealith versus Slew Guy. Chocolate versus Maya. And we actually do have the French team, French Worms, obviously, versus Intrex. So, ooh, interesting, guys. Okay, let's look at this bracket. Let's look at this bracket. French are on opposite sides. The French could actually have a full French finals. They will not eliminate each other, right? Because this is how the bracket is, yeah? They're on opposite sides. So theoretically, they will actually meet each other in the finals, I think. And that's the same 55. Like 55 are also on the opposite side, so it's going to be Worms versus 55 in finals, or potentially French versus French in finals if the Zealith team is able to defeat 55. Meanwhile, this is the big focus of this game here, I think. Yeah. You replace Boyce. Guys, look, we all know this. If you put Boyce on any team, it's immediate 500-0. Like, yeah, guys, you don't have to type it in chat. Yeah, if you replace this player with Boyce, red team literally 1,000 O's French team. Like, obviously, guys, come on, please, you don't need to tell me this.
Time do Goku contra o time dos Intrex. Jogão também.
French Worms win 10,000 O. Yeah. That's just the way it is. Like,
vamos ver as comps. Time vermelho com apenas um Spellbreaker de tanque. Apostando no Double Plus com Virtuoso e Daredevil rotacionando. O Conde Reaper de sempre para dar deny no suporte. E um suporte crono de sempre também, né? No time azul, já no time azul é apostando no Double Spellbreaker, né? Broken demais. Vamos ver quem ganha aí, né? Double Spellbreaker ou um Spellbreaker só. Eu aposto no Double.
And then it's going to be Azadome, who's going to be playing DP, I believe. And I think it is going to still be that SD again. And I do think it's going to be a Thief-themed match, guys. I hope you guys like Thieves. I hope you guys like watching Thief gameplay, because I think it's going to be focal again. Because, you know, we've been over this a couple of times. We can do it again, though. The setup that the blue team is going to be looking for is just going to be planting down the Warrior and the Herald on these nodes. And then defending them, and then rotating the Thief between them. Now, of course, the
Herald de Spear também.
Some additional complexity. They're going to have to manage that node
Spear
as well.
staff,
So
né, nesse Herald. Interessante essa build, mano. Também muito tanker, muito block, né?
How is the Thief interaction going to go? Like, is Azadome going to be able to kind of annoy Pain enough to deny him a little bit? Or, of course, will the reverse
o time azul tá abrindo uma boa vantagem já, igual eu falei, double Spellbreaker, né?
Blue team HP bars looking a little bit low here. Defiance Art just barely goes off, actually, so Warrior healing up quite nicely. Banner of Defense.
O double Spellbreaker te garante double controle de node, olha lá, é exatamente o que tá acontecendo.
Azadome very, very low. The support from Blue Chronomancer, though, is going to be good. But Blue playing it very cautiously, playing it very safe, like waiting to compose themselves before they engage. Now they're engaging.
É a comp da final.
Thieves are actually leaving. Pain is kind of on the lookout, watching to see where Azadome is. You can see that on the minimap. He sees now the Thief is revealed. So Pain gets in there and gets the contest. Meanwhile, we have this big team fight. Of course, Reaper for red is a little bit scary. And of course, the Virtuoso is going to have a lot of damage. I think that's a little bit of a reason for the caution.
Vocês podem ver que aí a pontuação do jogo tá só no load.
Kind of outlast their opponents, right? A lot of very aggressive.
Não tá saindo kill nenhuma. É só node. Só controle de
It's a
node.
little bit scary, I think. For the blue team as well. Bell now coming up in a couple of moments, but it's a bit of a problem here. Like, red team has not really found any value just yet. Like, blue team has just been able to survive very, very well. Their plan is kind of working, for want of a better word, right? Like, there's, you know, the Thief has been matched very effectively by Pain, so Asdom hasn't found anything really. The Warriors are just, like, surviving. Like, Goku is fine. Like, Killer's supporting him. They're probably okay in this 2v3, at least for a while. At least for the time being anyway. Big damage from the Virtuoso is connecting.
Ok, isso, velho. Vai terminar o jogo e não vai ter uma kill. É isso mesmo? A partida vai ser 0 kills.
But Bell is now in play too. Thieves 1v1ing each other. Bell
Que
coming
isso,
up.
mano. 3 minutos de match e não teve uma kill ainda.
Going for that. Or maybe one of the Warriors. Looks like it's going to be a Spree who's assigned to handle that. That does leave Az is a bit exposed, so he's got to be careful. And here comes the bell. Looks like both teams are going to commit to this fairly aggressively. Notamel now moving in on the support Chronomancer. Now is in play.
Não, olha lá, ó, é...
Okay.
Ah, não, esse daí é o Chrono, né?
And actually, Pain does die. Asdom actually kills Pain alongside the
Eu achei que era
Virtuoso.
o
So there's a bit of
Virtuoso.
momentum
Olha lá, o
now
Virtuoso
for
de
the red
Spear
team.
e...
They're now going to start
Vamos ver se ele vai
blasting
trocar.
into this team fight.
Spear e Dagger Torch.
For Blue,
A
they
build
need to
dele.
hold this bell. They
Interessante.
don't want to give it up, really. Thief now back in the mix, but Blue looking pretty robust here. They're looking very stable. They're not really dying, you know what I mean? Like, they did lose their player, of course. Their Thief was assassinated, but the tankiness of this combat. Oh, a massive blast of CC comes through. That Rev Spear, that Rev Spear 4 is such a monster. It's almost like a gravity well on a very short cooldown. It's a monstrous ability, enabling so much damage to come through. The Spree holding firm here on the Bell too. The Necro just not able to do enough damage to really break through. Yeah, Spree is playing Staff here, so he is on this bunker-oriented build, as you can see. Very, very tanky. Blue just get a node back, and Goku in trouble. But again, has Defiant stance. Support Chronos here. Herald's here as well. There's no opening for Red. Red are just not getting any value. Yeah, they've got themselves 13 points, but I don't know about that one. It's not really good enough.
Esse game aí já era, mano.
And the Spree just holding on.
Double Spell Breaker for the win,
point.
yes.
Reaper, I mean, Reaper can't do anything here, but the Reaper can't leave, doesn't want to concede the bell. So it's a bit of a tough situation. Having that Shake It Off, super nice too, cleansing in the team fight, right? Like, has that little bit of support to help out the Chrono with dealing with the Necromancer's conditions. And this Necro is getting bullied, just getting shoved away. Warrior 1v1 obviously going. It's going to be very, very stale. Ooh, Virtuoso gets obliterated over here on middle as well. And this is an elimination game, by the way, guys. If Red Team loses, they are out of the tournament. So they need to figure something out if they're going to win this. They got to figure it out quick, too. They haven't got long. They really haven't got long. Bell goes to Blue. And I think this is almost kind of the end of the game, I think. I'm not sure if there's any real way out of this. What do you do if you're the Red Team here? What do you do? Like, you're not really, you know, you can't really win the 1v1s because they're very stale. The team fights aren't really going super well either. The only thing they got was when they had that kill on Pain. And again, I think when you have a more like bunker-oriented meta, like a slower meta, where 1v1 are very tanky, Thief becomes like the only thing that matters. And I very much feel that in a lot of these matchups, is that nothing's gonna happen unless Pain and Azadome have an interaction. So if Red want to win, Azadome needs to do something. Like, I don't know what that looks like, but he needs to kill Pain in a 1v1 and then snowball the map off that. That's what needs to happen here. So this is almost like the part of the game that we should be looking at right now, because if Azadome can do that, there's some potential. Oh, but Blue just get another bell. I think this game is kind of over, right? There's not much that really can be said about this one, to be honest. And Azadome also not really having the best of time.
O que acontece aqui, o problema do time vermelho é que eles apostaram em 2 roaming em vez de 2 duelistas, né? Em 2 Spellbreaker, no caso, né?
I'm not sure if Pain is going to fall for it a second time. He probably got caught off guard by the axe, right? Like the first time around.
Atualmente o meta tá pra duelista, mano. Não tem o que fazer.
Very defensively, not wanting to die.
Tem que seguir o meta, mano.
Here, but I mean, Blue is just like very slowly winning, right? Like slowly winning the game. Kill on the Virtuoso comes through. I think we've got to check out the other games, guys. Like this is over. Like the aggression, the damage from Red Team has been completely blunted, completely stalled.
Óbvio, o time azul tem dois duelistas e ainda tem um Herald que é híbrido também, off-duelista também. Os roaming deles ali perderam muito valor porque eles não conseguiam garantir kill nenhuma, né? Porque os duelistas tancam os caras e é isso, tá ligado? Os roaming só toma deny.
On the red team, decent Necromancer eliminated from Chocolate. Is there any revive potential from Blue? I do not believe there is. 50-point bell for Blue though during all of that. So even though they lose that player, the Deadeye able to very sneakily grab that. Okay. Let's see what the next target's going to be.
Esse jogo tá bem mais equilibrado.
Chrono, oh, that's so annoying, actually. Yeah, Chrono has to go back and hold that. Has to wait for the Necromancer to rotate in, I believe, to actually help out holding into this. Of course, the Spear, you can see the Spear actually packing a bit of a punch there, guys, even on the support Mesmer. Able to fight back a little bit into the Deadeye, shove it away a bit, try to get this node back under control for the red team. They're doing a good job of that. HP bars for Blue, not looking great, actually. Cranel in a little bit of pressure. And Chronomancer, no distort. Then that's going to signal the red team to kind of go for this. But they've got to be careful not to overextend. The counter pressure is absolutely massive there from the blue team. It connects onto the red Necromancer. That is a dead Reaper right there. Red team has the side they're losing, though, because the Deadeye goes for the decap. Is able to find that. This next spell is pivotal. Bear in mind, Blue got a 50-pointer. 75 points to Blue if they get this. That will give them a huge advantage in this game. Oh, but if they lose their Chronomancer before the bell, that could be where things get really, really scary for them. They're trying to do the same to their opponent, though, looking to really focus down the red Chrono here on the red team. Not able to get it, though. Spectre now potentially the target. No Shadow Step on this Spectre, but does get a really nice portal. Able to disengage quite nicely. And here's the bell. We need a contest here from Red. Red needs to respond to this. They can't give this away for free. It is going to be the Spectre moving in. Maya moves in. The Spectator also looking to maybe kind of nudge towards the bell. Reaper stun does land, but not really anything going on there. Big Gravwell there from the Spectre, but the Necro is able to wriggle away from it.
Quem ganhar esse bell agora do mid, eu acho que ganha o jogo, hein?
He does not. Ooh, and that Willbender going for that hunt. Is there a rally war that can be won here? I don't believe so for Red Team. That is going to get cleaned out now.
Vai ser 4v5 nesse bell, mano.
Oh, this is going to be so painful for Red. I'm not sure if they can afford to concede this. They almost have to find some weird way to stall this. They have got their warrior
a não ser que o Spellbreaker faça milagre aí, né? Que é possível, porque o Spellbreaker tá quebrado. Não duvido não que ele tanca os 4 enquanto o time dele tá ressando.
There's the Defiant Stance. It's now been used. Oh, I don't think we've got nothing though. There's nothing left. The block's been used. We've got some evasion here from the spear. Full counter up. Maybe the thief can stand on the point for a little bit. But no, the warrior's gonna go down, and this is gonna be a
morreu, mas segurou uns 15 segundos no 4v1, hein?
Any way to contest it? I don't think so. Oh, that's painful. And Blue have got themselves into a fantastic position to win this game. Nodes are neutral though, so there's always a way. There's always a way. It's only a 100-point deficit. Can be brought back if they are able to restabilize after losing this warrior. But yeah, that Chronomancer death, like losing your support in that situation is very, very rough. It really is. Right as the Bell fight is coming up. And Enigma getting focused here. He's wriggling away, does have some good healing here, needs to actually hold on, uses the distort, has blink in a few seconds. Might be able to utilize that to live. He's got some coverage where he can maybe use the port and then blink away or something on the, the Spear 5. Gets some stealth, goes in, tries to initiate a combo. Succeeds in doing so, but they don't really have much of a follow-up onto the enemy Chronomancer, or of course, the Willbender there. Blue team does have that cap. Red Thieves going in. This Chrono is like, I think Enigma needs to like reset a little bit here. Just does not have the resources to be in this fight, I feel like. And with the Necromancer pushing in, that is the dead Chrono right there. Immediately eliminated. With the death of that Chronomancer. Is there a way out right now for the red team? I'm not sure if there is. Warrior has Defiant Stance, is going to barely be holding on. It's going to hold on, I think, at least for a little bit longer. Has the Signet of Stamina as well, so gets another dodge out of that and the full
O time vermelho, apesar de estar com um Double Spellbreaker, eles escolheram uma classe ruim pra fazer roaming, né? Que é o Spectre, mano. Acabou que o Spectre não teve valor nenhum nas votações.
Trying to contest her as much as she possibly can, but that bell ends the game. If that gets capped, this game is over. That's 100 points. Red team must hold, and a Thief is not going to be able to do that very effectively. Way too squishy to hold on here for any reasonable amount of time. Maya doing her best to hold on and doing a good job of it, to be fair as well. The Warrior is going to make it, I think, in order to get the and Shroud is available, so maybe there's a way, but oh yeah, the Thief.
Tu viu que os Exploiter Masters chegaram na mesma conclusão que a gente?
They must no, the cleave, that will bend the cleave is pretty lethal.
Eu rachei que é Exploiter falando mal de Exploiter, né, naquele vídeo, mano. Ai, muito engraçado, velho.
Decaps come through. And I think blue team should have got this.
Se tiver alguém muito ruim perdendo os games, vai ser um Tiff. Sim, sim.
Necro looking for the kill, and Enigma just honestly getting shoved around this game a lot, actually. Just getting bullied by the enemy team. Support definitely a vital target of focus. But now there's a double cap. And yeah, this Warrior, Tenebrae, AFKing. He knows what he's got to do. Like, red
guys.
team getting the bell doesn't actually
GG,
matter that
Team
much.
Vermelho wins.
It's the case of standing on the stone until the game is going to be over. And that is going to be
o
the
CCC
end
tava lá em cima,
of
tava no
that
treidão também.
game.
Bota fé esses caras aí, fi.
500, 381.
O dia que tirar o duo, a gente descobre a verdade, Potato. Mas enquanto isso,
Right, moving on to the next round.
a gente segue aí vendo quem são os melhores exploiters, né? É isso que o rank mostra, né? Quem é que tá exploitando melhor. Muito obrigado pelo follow, Naboman. Salve, salve, meu querido. Bom dia, boa terça-feira. Vamos que vamos.
The Master of Disaster.
Bom, agora vamos para semifinais, guys. Semifinais do Torneio das Lendas Europeu de 2024.
Very powerful roster, a powerful set of
A estratégia
teams.
dele era menos refinada.
All right, let's see what we got.
Leaderboards de verdade começa lá pelo top 30.
I think we can do a prediction here, guys. Dude, Guragashi, man, I love your energy. Like, just spamming Wicked on every message. Yeah, let's go. I like that. Let's do it. Okay, prediction. Who wins? Is it going to be the Master of Disaster or French B team? What do you guys think? I'm giving you guys 2 minutes to get this in. Here it is. Who's on 55? It is Misha,
O
Draza,
resto ali tá tudo envolvido no in-trade.
Obindo,
True demais, mano.
and Syndra now. All right, what's it going to be, guys? Vote it up. Let's go. A lot of people going for Master of Disaster here. And look, guys, this is pretty epic. I just want to point this out. If Zealous team is capable of winning here, this will be a fully French
Eles são tipo 12
grand
caras
final.
diferentes,
Except
as alt
Kane, who's not
deles.
French, but
Verdade.
he's playing on French words.
top
He gets
1
to
ao
be
30
honorary
é...
worm, honorary French, you know?
É só no
All
exploits,
right,
né?
then, here we go. On the red team, it's Nezio, Necromancer, Riken, Krog, and Zealith. Playing the Daredevil. I think that is kind of very similar.
Jogão, hein? Time do Nézio contra o time do Draze.
As much as
O
possible.
time do Draze não mudou a composição, então eles estão vindo de novo com o Dead Eye pra fazer roaming. O Conde Reaper pra dar deny no suporte, o Double Spellbreaker e um suportezinho pra fechar a comp, né? Já o time vermelho também vindo com Double Spellbreaker, também vindo com o Conde Reaper e o Chrono Support, porém vindo com um Daredevil pra poder counterar o Dead Eye do time azul. Então vamos ver se o Daredevil do time vermelho vai ser bom igual o Pain foi naquela partida dando deny, né? Acabando com o Dead Eye do time azul.
That's an interesting game mechanic, guys, to be honest.
Opa, o time azul mudou de comp no último minuto pra pegar a galera de surpresa, hein? Vamos ver.
Let's see if he's actually cooked something here. Because, yeah, there is an interesting scenario.
Não parece que eles mudaram nada, não.
Getting value out of Necro
Não
on
mudaram
this
porra
map
nenhuma.
can be a little bit difficult.
Manteve a mesma comp.
Can.
Foi só pra enganar, eu acho, sei lá.
It definitely can. Oh no, just a quick relog from Misha onto a different Mesmer actually. Onto a Norn, in fact. See, they need 55 need to have a plan on how they're going to get value out of Abindo, right? Like they need to be trying to force some 2v2s, and ideally they want to make sure that Abindo and Misha are outnumbered significantly, right? They want to be in these 3v2s to get value out of that kind of combo hit. Of course, there is a Necro on their opponent's side as well, so the blue team is also, well, the red team rather, is also going to have a oh, hang on. Misha actually gets caught there, gets stunned.
Opa.
And actually, they're going to go for it. Yeah,
Você não esquece, né, Botatão?
Frey actually taken out there. Nezio is going to get that kill. So slightly different rotational styles here as well. Frey going to get blood out there as well. And now we're going to have Cinder try to get something done here. But I think, yeah, we're going to see Zealot really go from... Oh, hang on a minute. Cinder in a little bit of trouble. Gets the stealth. Wriggles away. Should be okay for the time being. The team fight still raging on here. Both teams sustaining pretty well. Ooh, Necro dangerously low, though, here. Is going to have to get healed up very quickly after he drops out of Shroud. Trying to cut away. Does he have a heal skill available? He does not, actually. That should be a dead Necro here. Oh, big barrier. Can he take the portal in time? Can't take the portal. Got stunned. And red team lose that team fight. Can Krog stall this? Nah, not in a 1v3. I don't think so. Not even on Warrior. Can you get away with that? And red team actually able to get this cap here as well. I think Frey was not quite able to get here in time. Krog is going to replace the Thief, obviously. Ooh, Chrono just kind of just sending it, dying on the point there.
Os detalhes que fazem diferença pra ver quem é de verdade, né? Não sabia que o Rodrigo tinha tomado permaban, por isso nunca mais vi. Pior que eu também não sabia não, mano. E é verdade, ele sumiu, né? Ele deu uma sumida.
Zealot dies and now Krog's in trouble. No support from the Thief, no support from anyone, yeah. Good disengage, though. Pops the Rampage, runs the fuck away. Yes. Actually lives, too. Yeah, doesn't die, and now gets back on the point and contests. Needs to be careful, though. Like, living versus a Necro is not free. Like, you know, Necro is a little bit scary, actually, in these situations. Like, if it's outnumbering you, a Reaper free casting on you, you're not going to live that, even if you are a Warrior. And actually, we almost might be seeing a Death X trying to hold on, gets the CC.
Nossa, meio segundo pra cura do Warrior voltar, velho. Nossa, que azar.
Krog. Yeah, Krog a little greedy there, I think. He could have lived that, I think, but maybe a little bit greedy.
O time azul abriu uma boa vantagem agora. Esse bleeding no Spellbreaker vai fazer muita diferença, porque eles já estão com o Global Node. Esse bleeding aí fez o cara ficar uns 40 segundos fora do match. Faz muita diferença, mano.
Bit of a swift rotation here. Red team on the back foot though. Krog coming back into the mix.
Sim, gosto de trovão, e foi bem depois dele que aquele tive pegar top 1 e 2 nunca mais apareceu. É.
Thief goes for the decap. Now, one thing we have seen here is that we haven't seen the Red Thief hunting Cinders much in this game. Kind of playing a bit more of a traditional Thief playstyle.
Pois é, mano. O foda que a gente vê é que 100% dos exploits, 100%, igual você falou, 100% acontece por causa do Duel, tá ligado? É tipo, se não existisse o Duel, todos esses exploits não existiriam também, mano.
Looking to get some vengeance for some of the previous games, I guess. And Nezio now dying.
É uma solução tão simples, velho. Que dá tristeza, né?
Not a done deal yet, though, of course. This game is very much in its infancy. The points are very close together, at least for the time being. Red Thief looking for an opportunity for a decap. Doesn't see it. And actually, this is awkward for... This is very awkward for Red right now. Like, they've got mid, they're about to lose it, as Cinder, again, is not being tracked. Like, he is doing, like, Cinder's really going for the ultimate Thief roleplay here. Like, he is being unchecked. And that is a key feature in this game. He's not being checked whatsoever. And it looks like 55 have got themselves into that kind of lock position that we kind of saw the French get into, right? Like, the French...
Eu acho que o time vermelho virar agora. Se bem que esse mapa, guys, esse mapa sempre existe a chance de virar, tá? Você pega os dois objetivos do mapa ali, você vira o jogo, velho. O O jogo
with
pode
the
dar
warrior
diferença
on
de
each
mais de
side,
200
and
pontos que vira
it's gonna be
rapidinho.
kind of a bindo holding it down. I think
Esse
that's
mapa, a
actually
chance
smart,
de
by
dar
the way.
comeback é
Like,
muito alta.
using the Necro almost as a duelist, I think, is an intelligent maneuver here. It can definitely hold its own in 1v1s, and you know, it has enough tankiness that it can survive until assistance
Tipo, tu
moves
pode dar
in.
arc dodge,
And that
mas
Wall
tipo,
of
tu vai
Darkness
conseguir
doesn't
dar
actually
arc
make it
dodge
very
todo
good at
mundo
dealing with
bom.
warriors
Pode jogar
too.
4
Like,
horas da
warrior,
manhã, mas
not
sem
a
o
big
segundo
fan
cara
of the
ali, quem
blind
disse que tu vai
condition.
conseguir carregar? Exatamente. Exatamente.
Of course. Wants to get
Dark
back to doing as
5
much
mesmo
damage as
4 da
possible
manhã vai
to
ser
some of
difícil.
these
Mesmo
support
assim tu vai
builds.
conseguir carregar. É, então.
And a bindo.
Não, acaba,
Now
tá
looking
ligado?
to
Acaba
kinda
esses
deal with this
exploits,
buff
acaba
here,
essa
pumping
galera
away
de
as
mais de
hard as he possibly
90% de
can.
win rate.
And Red Team
Iria
still
acabar,
looking for
velho.
an opportunity. Now, Sin did get caught in the chaos there. Red Thief able to get that elimination. I do like that. Now we need to see the Red Thief do something. What is the play going to be for Red Thief? Looks like Draza's going to be the target. They've got to get something done quickly before Sind is back. They want to at least decap something here. Or then they don't really get any value off dealing with Sind. Now Draza is under some pretty heavy fire here. Needs to be careful. But, ooh, actually, I was going to say maybe Misha could get here in time. But no. The damage onto Misha was a little bit, well, damage onto Draza was too much. Going for the res here, that is pretty fucking ambitious, honestly, from Misha. Is not going to get that. Has to pop everything as well. He's in a lot of danger, I think. Can the Thief actually kill the support? He's dropping down there. Will the Thief actually fall? Looks like the answer to that is going to be yes, actually.
Essa kill no Drazi agora
possibilita
os caras do time vermelho voltar, hein?
So if Misha
O único
dies
timing
here,
não
it's
tá
a little
muito
bit
bom,
spooky.
mano.
Ooh,
Seria
Sin
bom se
shows
eles
up
pegassem essa kill
right at
próximo
the right
do
moment off
Tranquility na
respawn to
C.
actually save the day
Daí
here.
você garante um bleed,
And that's going to be the
ao
Red
mesmo
Thief
tempo que você consegue
in trouble.
talvez
This is
garantir
an
a
insanely
Tranquility, né?
important Thief 1v1, goddamn. Because this could potentially go into Tranquility, or at least forcing a rotation.
É jogão,
of
jogão, hein,
Tranquility.
mano.
So if Sin can win this, this is absolutely massive. Meanwhile, Draza was fully killed, of course, and Red Team secured the altar. But Blue Team...
E pode
still in
ver
a
já
lot
a
of control of
diferença
the
que o
node there.
Tiff não fez, hein? Tá vendo? Na última partida o Pain tava destruindo esse Dead
So
Eye.
here we
Nessa
go.
daqui
Who's
você
gonna
pode
take
ver
this
que esse
1v1? Is there gonna be any
Tiff
additional
aí já não
rotation
tá
down here? I
destruindo o
very
Dead Eye
much
igual
doubt
o
it.
Pain tava fazendo.
It really is Thief on Thief here. Deadeye versus Daredevil. I think the Daredevil, again, is going to be the build that should perform better here, in my opinion. And we can definitely see that here. Sin definitely having a bit of difficulty. Of course, he doesn't have to win. He just has to not die, right? As long as he doesn't yield the buff, then he's kind of doing his job. And of course, that's easier said than done.
Tudo baseado no dual kill. E a Arena Net joga com os caras nos
Looks like he
últimos
does want
tempos,
to try
todos os
and turn it
tópicos de
around,
remove
but
dual kill nos
gets a bit
fóruns
of support from
pegaram
the
muitos
team.
comentários.
Does go down,
Eles
say,
acabaram
can Draza
desabilitando os
actually
comentários
finish
para
it or
evitar
revive
que
this?
o
He
top continuasse
absolutely
indo pro topo.
Ooh, and this now pressures the
Pois é,
bottom, but
mano,
we
pois
have
é.
to see a rotation. It's going to be a Bindo or
Mesmo
Misha.
a
They
comunidade
have to drop
pedindo,
here.
os
It's gonna
caras
be
preferem
Misha.
ignorar, né?
Misha's already
Preferem
here.
esconder, jogar pra
The
debaixo do
support is
tapete.
now going to be locked in
É
this
triste, tá
situation.
ligado?
This does mean there's no support on the map right now for the opponents. Meanwhile,
Triste.
Draza
Bom
also
dia,
under a lot
salve,
of
salve,
pressure.
Chayere,
Red
minha querida.
Necromancer
Bom
kinda thinking
dia,
about
boa
what move to
terça-feira
go
aí,
for.
vamos que
Where's
vamos.
the opportunity? Looks like we're going to go down to the bottom buff here to maybe go for a bit of pressure onto Misha. Misha and so Draza.
Estamos
actually
vendo o
dies
torneio
here.
aqui,
Oh, no.
torneio
Wait,
das
the
lendas que
Chronomancer
aconteceu nesse
actually found
sábado,
the
eu
kill
acho.
onto Draza. Sin going for the res. Ooh, that cleaver is going to be difficult for the
Essa
Chrono
é a
to get, I
semifinal
think.
agora.
Support Chrono actually popping off.
Pra
And now
todos
we
que
have
chegaram
Cog
agora
moving in
aí,
too. This
pra
is
não
a
ficar
little bit
perdido, né?
volatile right now. However, the point gain for 55 has been
Bases
really good
pra
throughout
caralho,
this
Arena
entire
Net.
matchup here. It really has.
Pois é.
Red team wins a
Arena
capture
Net sendo
point.
Arena Net,
Bindo
cagando
and
pro povo
Misha
como
holding
sempre.
firm
Pois
down
é.
here on the bottom buff. Red team, they need a little bit of secret sauce. They've got to get a decap. Oh, the damage onto the red Necro is absolutely huge. Can Suffer go off in time? Yes, it can. And the support from the red Chronomancer is here right at the right moment. But the Necro is so still unbelievably low. Is that resable? I think it actually might be. The cleave on Reaper is relatively slow. There's the res. They continue this 2v2, but red team needs a little bit more, and they don't get it. Syndrome gets the kill on the red thief. And I think 55... They're starting to lock in a little bit. Misha, I think, is getting Tranquility for free. Can anyone get here in time? Yes, they can. The Mesmer is able to deny that. That would truly be the killing blow if that was to go through. But 55 starting to get into position here. Red team held on
Acho
in
que já era
this
esse
fight,
game, a
of course,
55 pegou
certainly
o
the
buff de
superior
cima lá.
2v2
E tão com
duo
um node,
appears
ou
to be
seja, double
55
node,
here
né?
over the French team.
E já estão com 450 pontos. A chance do time vermelho
And
virar é
here we
muito
go.
pequena
There's
agora.
stillness 55.
Muito
The
baixo.
capture, they won the fight up top. And I think that's pretty much going to end the game. Frey knows he just needs to AFK on the point, is doing exactly that. Maybe if
O
there's
Viits
some
pode
kind
ter
of
fechado com os
miracle
caras
2v2
quando
here
começou a
from
ficar
Red,
muito
it's
forte esse
winnable,
assunto.
or
Ele
some
palestrou
insane
50
decap, but
minutos
this
de como
Warrior
seria a
Nezu's gonna have
ranquear
to
do
hold that
aqui.
1v2
Daí ele fez
against
uma
a
enquete
Deadeye and a
perguntando depois de
Spellbreaker. I don't think that's
palestrar.
very realistic. Goes for the block, but gets killed by the
foda, é foda.
unblockable through all of that. That is the power of that thief. And indeed, of course, the dagger being played by Draza. on the Spellbreaker. Thief goes for the contest. Both buffs contested now, dude. Frey having the time of his life over here, winning the game for his team, walking around in circles, ending the game. But,
a verdade é o seguinte, mano. Se vai ficar tão ruim mesmo, põe uma season aí, 2 seasons, tá ligado? Deixa 100 por 2 seasons, vamos ver. Se o jogo morrer mesmo, aí volta tudo depois, fazer o quê? Mas testa primeiro, né, velho? Pô, porque do jeito que tá muito ruim, mano. Essa é a verdade, velho. Ninguém aguenta mais jogar de 10 partidas, 7 é totalmente desequilibrada por causa que o matchmaking vem quebrado, tá ligado? Porque tem nego fazendo Duke, Dodge e esses tipos de exploit, né?
I think it actually will, but yeah, that Rev also, you know, from Az is able to deliver a good amount of damage. You can really see this build start to blast.
Mas se teste fica bom, esse é o medo. Melhor nem testar exatamente. Vai que, né? Vai que, né?
Chronomancer's really running out of juice. Has the distort. No way is he getting a heal skill off, surely, during all of that. Actually does have stability, so manages to make it happen. The very clutch channel there, but not really in any position to really rebound into this fight, and I think the Chrono's days are still numbered despite getting that healing ability off. I believe there is no way out for the red team. That is the end of that. Chocolate being obliterated on middle there with the Necromancer. And Worms, we're going to the finals, guys. Worms are going deep to the finals very, very soon. To face 55, which they already beat. They already beat 55, guys. So we're going to have to see if 55 have actually cooked something up. Of course, map is going to be relevant as well.
É, final vai ser aquela partida mesmo. O Tatão já deu spoiler pra nós.
But red team here going to be eliminated. These kills alone and the game.
Vamos ver, né, se o Pen vai conseguir destruir o Dead Eye de novo. Igual na outra partida.
No Daredevil here. But no. And your grand finals of the grand return of the Tournament of Legends.
Uma vez eles fizeram enquete, daí os caras logarem 20 contas diferentes cada um pra votar na enquete.
Okay.
Me mostraram o jogo dos caras que perderam de 500-0, deu pena. Nossa, aí é foda, hein, Shai?
Omega Finals. How long has it been since Tournament of Legends? It's been
500-0 é sacanagem.
I'll tell you that, but it's back at long last.
Aí é stomp do stomp.
55 win, prediction complete, and now another prediction, guys. We're going straight into it. Waste your channel points. Who wins? Rank 55 or the French Worms? Here it is on the red team. It's rank 55 Dragons. We have a Bindo on the Reaper, standard Reaper build. We have Syndrana on the Deadeye, standard Deadeye build here as well.
Nesse jogo aí o Green Jack tava de druida e mob, pensa no ranço, coitada dos caras na moral, nossa senhora, velho. Aí é foda. O druid e mob é muito câncer mesmo.
Misha, the Master of Disaster. Support Chrono Giga Heal with.
Então vamos lá, guys. A final agora. Double Spellbreaker pra cada lado. Conde Reaper no lado vermelho. No lado vermelho tem o Conde Reaper, Dead Eye pra fazer a rotação, né? O time do Drazi, né? Mantendo a comp, a mesma comp. Eles não mudaram, vão apostar nesse Dead Eye mesmo. Vamos ver se o Pen vai conseguir neutralizar o Dead Eye do time vermelho, né?
Here he is on this kind of a newfangled Condi Herald, right? Utilizing the spear and that Tyrant Amulet for a bit of power, bit of toughness, and of course, a lot of condition damage as well with Corruption and Retribution. A lot of tankiness baked into this. A lot of big damage output. Okay.
Interessante que o Conde Herald tá jogando de Assassin, né? Assassin... Espírito do Assassino, doideira isso.
Only one team can win the Tournament of Legends. Not a surprise to see some pushes going out here as well. I'm interested to see blue team pushing the Thief across the map, actually, by the looks of this. I guess they're kind of anticipating that Syndrana is going to be there, and they're actually correct in doing so as well. Abindo, though, hanging back a little bit to kind of harass the progress of the blue Thief. Needs to be a little bit careful to avoid dying there as well. So, red team get themselves a point early on in this game. Warrior 1v1s being set up, and again, guys, welcome to Game of Thieves, dude. Welcome to Game of Thieves. Yeah, Freya's playing Kick. I guess he's actually trying to decap, basically. He's trying to be like a decap build. Yeah, we'll take that warrior, guys.
Bem que você falou mesmo, Potatão, o kick do Warrior pra garantir o decap, né? É interessante, é uma escolha interessante mesmo. O cara sabe que vai ficar ali no duelo, né? Provavelmente com outro Spellbreaker o jogo todo. Então o kick faz muita diferença mesmo. Você vai decapando aos pouquinhos ali, uma hora você garante o node.
Meanwhile, of course, we are going to be seeing this Game of Thieves situation where we are going to see Pain really try to shut down Sind, I think, as much as possible. Meanwhile, Labindo is actually under a little bit of heat here, needs to be careful. The Thief, though, from Pain also getting shut down here as well. A lot of bleeds on 10 bleed sacks, needs to get cleansed there, or he is actually going to be in a whole lot of trouble very, very soon. Has to run away now. Disengages.
Esse mapa é um mapa muito grande, né, guys? Então o Pain não tá conseguindo encontrar o Dead Eye. Logo, ele não tá conseguindo abrir o valor que ele tava ganhando na última partida. Na última partida, o valor que ele fez foi matando o Dead Eye, né? E até agora ele não encontrou ele no mapa. Então nisso o time vermelho tá abrindo vantagem.
Red team getting the better opener here is really, really good for them. They're going to get a lot of points off the back of this. They're having a Bindo almost be their third side node up. That makes a lot of sense to me. Able to defend over there before potentially moving out to kind of attack over here at the same time, which is now what's going to be happening here as the fight starts to begin. But can the Worms actually find a kill? They need to get value. They need to find something with this Thief. They've got to kill Sind. They've got to kill one of these warriors. Whatever they got to do, they have got to start thinking about it pretty damn soon. So Pain's looking for Sind. Okay, here we go. A little bit of danger here as well. Sind is actually revealed right now, does not have any stealth.
Encontrou agora, hein? Agora é a hora do momento. Vai matar? Se solar o Pain aqui agora, acabou o game. Acabou o game.
He wins it, I think. Cinder has activated, guys. Oh, narrowly survives there, does Pain. And is there going to be a punish here from Pain? He's looking for the backstab, no scope. Can he get this kill? He really wants it. The stealth from Sin with the shadow step, teleport rather, is good. He's able to live there as well. 80 points to 0 so far. A very good start for rank 55 Dragons.
Saiu bem.
Misha getting pushed away. Time Fate Karma disengaging here. Oh, Pain really wants to find that kill. But the Deadeye, very slippery, that's for sure. Not an easy thing to track down. Certainly a harder map to track the Thief on than Kylo, for example. Kylo being a lot more linear. Of course, Forest being more like a triangle with the way the points are laid out. A couple of more kind of sneaky passages from one side of the map to the other. Frey does eventually die, though. Okay, that's where Worms are going to start getting something done. So Worms now have that kill secured. Can they convert? That's the big question. Can they now convert this into a kill on Draza as well? And also, can we actually have Esprit hold on? I think Esprit should be okay to hold relatively well here in the 1v2 and not die to the Thief. That's definitely going to be a big part of this here. Is Draza going to die? He's trying to hold on. He's got Defiance odds in 1 second. I think that means he probably ends up living here. Yep. Until some reinforcements arrive. He is going to get pulled away, though. We get CC'd. No Defiance stuff now. Kick also being played by Draza, by the way. Decat Warriors enabled. Misha dies on middle, so Worms are going to be able to get this middle cap here as well. If they can set up a bunker with a double cap, that is scary of 55, guys. The points at the start have not been good for Worms. But now with a kill secured, Worms are going to have a bunker on each node. Oh, no, but Frey made it back. Ooh. That's actually very annoying for Worms. The fact that Frey made it back. Oh, and Esprit actually did end up dying as well. That's very unfortunate. So there's no bunker warrior for them on the mine. He will get killed relatively quickly, and I think Worms
linda
should be
kill,
okay
hein?
to
Matou
hold
os dois Spellbreaker do time vermelho.
Pulling the Beast actually to go
E ainda estão blindando eles, não muito tempo, né? Mas blindaram um pouquinho.
Here, I don't think so. Abindo's potentially exposed. He needs to be careful here. Thief and Warrior is scary there. Oh, it was actually.
Se fosse outro mapa, guys, o time azul tava virando agora o jogo. Mas nesse mapa aqui pode ver, esse mapa por ele ser muito grandão, o snowball é muito mais difícil. Muito mais difícil.
Pain might have been a bit greedy here. I think he was. Kill arrives though, saves the day, recovers the greed. Double cap now for Worms.
Perdi a melhor partida da minha season, chateado, putz, é foda. Eu ganhei 502 e 501, caralho. Rajada demais, hein.
55, we almost see an inverse of the start of this game, right? Like now, 55 have to break through. They've got to find a kill somewhere. They've got to kill a Spree, or they need to kill Goku. Can they do that? And they're going to use the Necromancer as the bludgeon to try and crack the nut. Ooh, a lot of CC coming through. Defiant stance now being used, so Warrior Cordon's being burned. Herald now rotating in. As is with the support, they're matching this evenly. The Thief from Pain being annoying, trying to deny the rotations from the opponents. Thieves are going to have to be tracked. It looks like both of them are kind of set on team fighting for now. I have no idea what's going on in this fight, but actually Syndra gets a little bit caught, but he's able to wriggle away. That just barely gets that stun break. Disengages very, very nicely indeed. HP bars.
Tá bem close o game ainda, tá? O time vermelho tá com vantagem, mas tá bem close.
The threat of that Thief is too much. They cannot afford. Look, both Thieves are so terrified of the decap. They're trying to fish for the beast. They can't get it. Kill under a lot of pressure. Teleports back though. Nice juke there from Kill. Necromancer Abindo is a serious threat in this team fight, though. They have to watch out for that. Like, it's going to be very difficult to contend with. Nice peels they're coming through from French Worms, though. The Jala Stomp is absolutely massive. The CC is very, very big as well.
Chrono, né? É interessante essa build, mano. Que você consegue dar suporte muito bom e ainda dar dano legal com a Spear.
What is this beast pull from a Spree? A Spree managed to pull the beast all the way over. It does reset, though, because, again, Syndra just threatening that node ever so much there as well. Pain doing the same thing on the other. Both Warriors trying to PvE. They can't do anything else.
Caralho, nice. Daí deu o tic 499, 498, 502 e 501. Caralho, mano. Aí foi GG, hein?
And blue team gonna have to disengage this. Yeah, Goku gonna die as well. Yeah, the Necro putting in its
é da hora, quando o jogo acaba assim, é da hora demais, mano.
In this matchup, I believe. There's the decap and 55. They deny the point gain of the Worms. It's now going to be one node apiece. It's going to retain evenness. Until 55 can get the cap on mid. Are they going to get it? Can the Warrior actually contest? Ooh, a Spree makes it, but this is like a double. Yeah, we do have kick here, so I think a Spree, he might have to pop Rampage.
No chat é
inevitável. He does pop Rampage to try and stand on the node until the Herald is over here, but actually that might have been a little bit too aggressive. A Spree unbelievably low here. He's got a defense ban. He can pop that down to sustain himself a little bit. And of course the support from the Chronomancer can potentially rotate here as well, but actually so low is a Spree. He's got no health left, and he is going to die. Oh, really committed to that node there. Does get a little bit punished.
No Spellbreaker agora vai fazer diferença pro time
not
vermelho.
ideal for them. They're still contesting though, and here's the Chronomancer as well. It's still going to be a 3v3. Pain kills Sind. This is a big redemption arc for Worms, so they can make this happen. Very nice kiting by Sind, avoiding any position where the Thief is going to be able to jump on him. Of course, as a Thief, you're going to know every single one of those, obviously. Very important to not only your own gameplay, but understanding how to interact. Dude, the beast! Oh my god!
Nossa, que unlucky, velho. Na volta do machado do bicho, ele tomou o CC.
Still on the warpath, the mobility from the Daredevil is very, very nice. Very good port onto the clone there from Sin trying to escape there, then ports back with the sword too. Very masterful usage of the sword main hand kit from the Red Thief. And Worms maybe trying to size up another node here. Sending in the Thief to try and deal with Draza, but Misha's here. That's going to make it very difficult to actually eliminate this Warrior. Maybe they can somehow force a decap. They do have a good chunk of damage.
Pô, jogão, hein, guys? Jogão, digno de final, velho.
While the Thief is kind of preoccupied elsewhere on the map. Pain rotating in, looking for an opening, trying to find an opportunity to win this game. Has the Warrior here, not much the Thief can do here, I think, in this situation. Actually gets hit by the reveal, though that's a little bit scary. Pain, oh boy. Pain actually in a lot. Oh dear, that is very, very, very bad. I think they actually have to res that.
Nem clicou.
So, yeah, very big Mage Bane connecting.
Bom res, hein?
Right. And now Az is actually in a huge amount of trouble too. Can he hold on? Dodges away, 1k health. Gets supported by the Chrono, lives. Just barely.
O Chrono suporte roubado, hein, mano. Olha essa cura, velho. Caralho, mano. Curou a HP inteira do maluco.
In their favor yet again. And where's the opening? All it takes is a kill. It's just going to be one kill. Can potentially swing this game. This is very, very close right now. Of course, because of how close the game is to ending,
os caras perderam no último segundo, tu acertou. O jogo que eles perderam, eles estavam de Kata Viits, né? Não era esse time não, Potato, era outro time. Era outro time. Era essa comp mesmo, foi esse. Acho que foi no round 5 que eles jogaram contra outros times aí. Foi exatamente essa comp. Só que como foi em Battle of Kylo, o Pain ganhou muito, abriu muita vantagem garantindo kill no Deadeye, né? O Deadeye não conseguia fugir do Pain, mano, por causa que Kylo é um mapa pequenininho. Então na floresta, que o mapa é grandão, o Deadeye consegue evitar o Pain a maior parte do jogo e ganhar valor em cima disso. E o Pain não tá ganhando valor porque não consegue encontrar o Deadeye pelo mapa. Então aqui o mapa fez toda a diferença, guys. A comp foi a mesma, exatamente a mesma comp, os mesmos players jogando. Em uma partida o mapa era curtinho, pequenininho, fácil de snowballar. O time azul ganhou, né? O time do Pain, né? E agora no mapa grande, que é difícil de snowballar, o time vermelho tá ganhando. Isso mostra o quanto considerar o mapa pra fazer a sua composição faz toda a diferença, mano.
Abindo gets pulled and he's literally typing right now. He dies, but it doesn't matter at this stage. I don't think it matters anyway. I don't think there's any universe where blue team can really recover.
Acertou quando tu disse que o jogo acabou quando o DE matou o DD ali, o jogo acabou, então. Era o win condition do time azul, era essa. Era o Daredevil matar o Deadeye do time vermelho. A partir do momento que o Deadeye ficou livre no mapa, o time vermelho abriu muita vantagem.
Daily reminder that people said Warrior Spear was trash in PvP, and then it was godlike. And that's it. Game over. 55 recover it from a shaky Swiss. They get it done. They assert dominance over the Tournament of Legends. They win the legendary weapon. And there it is. The Master of Disaster secures victory.
55 Dragons foram campeões, então.
Look,